parking lots, which is up the first baseline, because that's someone that told me that. I can't remember who told me media parking was up the first baseline. So I come into the parking lot, I'm like, hey, media parking, Jay, Sports 1140. She's like, oh, no, you're in the wrong one. You got to go back around. Thankfully, there was no traffic.
Okay.
So I go all the way around. I was like, hey, I tell him, oh, yeah, go ahead and park. I'm trying to get to Draper. I literally parked in this dirt lot wherever the media parks. And I'm dead last in the back because I'm 6'47", right. And I take off sprinting, bro, just to come see my boy throw the first pitch. Literally, run through the gates, and I see you walking out.
Okay,
and I'm like, perfect. I just got to see Drake's. I see you going to the Satchel Paige wind-up, right? Dontre Willis, and I saw you throw. So I was behind the plate as you were throwing the pitch. But thankfully, Ramsey was there. A couple of people also who had up close and personal camera view. So I say that to say, first of all, you didn't bounce it.
Did not bounce.
Didn't throw it to the right or the left.
Right.
Didn't get your courtesy.
Just a little high.
Yeah. Just a little high. Whitey thought you threw a sweeper.
Yeah.
I said a screwball because it kind of flipped inside out. So, no, man, shots out, bro. Glad you did it. You represent. Look at Emmer, man. Emmer throwing napkins around. I will say this. You had a lot of pace on it. You probably could have taken 2
I didn't know it was that close. Like, now when I look back at it, I'm like, that was closer because I didn't go on the mound.
Right.
And, and so I was throwing it like it was a little farther distance. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, once I went back and, broke down film, all 22s or all 9s or whatever we want to call it in baseball, every angle, I was like, that was actually closer than I expected it to be. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I had a little more heat.
Well, I thought you got a kind of a rising fastball four-seamer, has some ride to it, so you like to work in the upper part of the zone. That's all, Emmer. Yeah. Emmer Pilati wants to come on already.
What? Just let you show me, fellas.
First of all, put a headphone on like you've done this before. There you go.
Man, and now you got the phone.
There you go, man.
What's going on?
It's going to take 30 seconds.
Okay.
We've already discussed your.
I know I missed you yesterday.
I missed you too. I wouldn't say I missed you, Bob.
I know.
I'll tell you this: I've never seen a first pitch take 2 to 5 business days to get to the whole plate.
Dang.
You can't.
2 to 5 business
You
days.
can't throw salt at me for my first. I thought it was an excellent first pitch. You know what it was, Emory? It was a pitch where I don't care. Like, you know what? I'm just here to do my thing. Let me just toss it up there and move on. That's all it was. I didn't put too much pressure on myself. I didn't try to act like I was a major league pitcher or anything. I just tried I'm throwing it from in the backyard.
Over the last 3 days, the only thing that been the coverage has been Kuminga and your first pitch tied.
Pretty close.
I'll get out of here. I just want to make sure that I threw that business days thing.
What are you looking forward to most about the show, Emron?
Having you 3 here.
Well, we're already here.
Okay, well then that's already taken care of. My buddy Jamie Bly is here. He came all the way from Rochester, New York. He's representing multiple players. He's brought in Lloyd Mosby. He's brought in Sam Perkins. He brought in Spud West. Spud was here for a little bit earlier today. So we've got quite the lineup, and my hope is that you guys get to spend some time with these guys on the radio. And then last year, if you recall, you interviewed Kemp Mitchell, and you discussed whether or not he was wearing draws when he was getting home run hits.
Right.
All kinds of stuff. So ease up on you guys this year.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll let you.
Yeah. We had Lance Blankenship on, man. Yeah, come on, Emory. You gotta let us know when you're doing that, big fella. We had former athletic Lance Blankenship on a couple days ago, and it turns out, at the end we go, oh, we'll see you at the show. He's like, yeah, looking forward to meeting you guys. And I thought, well, that's the next thing to say. He listens all the time.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
It's amazing, man, because you never know who's out there listening.
True.
You never know who's out there listening.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta get some water or something, man. I see you guys.
Let me get you some.
Yeah,
let me get you some.
And I apologize. You guys are on StreamYard. I'm not on the
Why are you not on
StreamYard? I was on StreamYard. I thought we were good to go. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me handle it for you.
Yeah.
Are you logged into the back page?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
You were on there.
Yeah, I was on there. Okay. We'll get it situated. Thank you for your patience here. It's the Drive Guy Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. It's good to have you with us today, Kyle Draper. We'll just get into it and out of it real quickly. Anything you want to share with us about the latest news on a potential Kuminga deal. You think we should be watching this weekend? I don't want to go down, wander down that well-worn path, but we'd love your thoughts if you have any, whatever. might be going on.
I think you probably should, right?
Yeah.
Because it just makes too much sense. If you're thank you, Jay. If you're the Warriors, you can't let this guy get to the qualifying offer. Mm-hmm. You lose all leverage then. And if you're Jonathan Kuminga, the qualifying offer is less money than you want. And so the final hour is coming here, less than a week. And so
Just
there's a
something
reason.
to keep an eye on.
Yeah, keep an eye. There's a reason why Sam came out with the article when he did. Talks have been reignited, if you will. And so, I think it's something to keep an eye on. I think ideally, you'd like it to happen before Monday with media day coming up for both teams. But, I think it's something to keep an eye on. There's some smoke there, if you will.
Why are the Kings? Well, we were just talking yesterday about Malik. It's possible. I know our buddy Keith Smith said he feels like Malik in some ways maybe is being disrespected in some of these talks. Like he's a better player than some of these conversations would lead you to believe. But I think with the Warriors, it's just a matter of the fit and the contract. And I don't think the Kings are like anxious to get rid of him, but it's a curious situation here for a guy that's been such a key player for so long. And there's a very good chance he'll still be here.
Well, I think, hold up, big fella. I'm on the air right now. I'm on radio, baby.
We're on the radio
Hold up,
right now,
Hold up now. Oh, my gosh, man. Jay, you got to put a curtain up or something like that regarding Kuminga and Malik. Here's the thing. I think the Warriors are big game hunting. And whatever they get back, they're looking to flip that for a big name player. Does Malik and a protected first get you that? I think that's what the holdup is from Golden State. It's not as much as we don't think Malik can help us in terms of basketball. It's we want something to flip. That's why they want to re-sign Kuminga to the deal, to flip him for something bigger. And so I don't. Hopefully Malik's not taking it personal, like nobody wants me or anything. I think from the Warriors' standpoint, they're looking to flip for a bigger name player. To help them and help Steph right now.
So, a few things could actually be happening in the next few days. Now, last night, Jay and I, or yesterday, we were talking about this game last night and whether or not 49er fans should be rooting for Arizona or for Seattle. We decided, hey, the team to root for if you're a 49er fan last night was the Arizona Cardinals. And they came up just short, as you know. So let me ask you this. I know some 49er fans are throwing this around. That opening win over Seattle for the 49ers. Everyone says 49ers such an easy schedule. Does that opening win look a little better now when you look at how well Seattle's played since then? The 49ers are the only team that's beaten Seattle. That was a quality road win in week one.
Nah, but they barely won. And to me, I look at the win against Arizona. I'm like, you see what the Seahawks did to Arizona? And I know it was a close game.
They beat him on the last play of the game.
But they owned them for most of that game, especially the first half. And so, you can feel good. The thing about it, Whitey, is, and if you're a championship team, you should know this. It doesn't matter how you feel in September, October. It's about what you do in January, February. So my Eagles, we got a tough matchup this week. Why are you laughing, Jay? It's true. It's true. So if you want to, lead the power rankings right now, if you want to feel good about yourself, go for it. Feel great. Talk to me in December, January. Let's see where they sit.
Your team does have a tough one this week.
We do. These are our nemesis. This is our kryptonite. These dudes are in our heads from a couple of years ago. And so, no, it's going to be a good matchup out there this week.
The humidity and everything. And the Eagles got there early to deal with the humidity.
Ybor City down there, it's a big-time party area, if you know what I mean. And so, no, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But Niners should take care of business this weekend. Then it gets tough. Then they face my Rams.
Your Rams. They weren't your Rams last week.
Tell them, Jay, they will be next week, I'll tell you that. They will be next week. So, no, Niners should feel good about where they are right now.
Yeah, they're probably going to, if they're going to win games, they're going to win them like they've been winning them.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like, that wasn't great. That didn't look great. but they got the W, and there's a very good chance that's the type of game we're going to have this weekend, too, against Jacksonville. Another low-scoring, grinded-out game.
How do you think were you impressed with Seattle last night?
Yeah, until in a couple ways. One, as you said, they were up 17-6.
Yeah.
And then the Cardinals caught them, and then they looked pretty good. I mean, with the game on the line, setting up their game-winning field goal. That's a good team. And Arizona is still, it's like not quite, right? Every week with Arizona, they're almost good, but not quite.
Right. You could tell they were missing something. That first half was abysmal for Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. looked awful out there.
Do they have to think about moving on from Kyler at some point?
The thing about it is, I didn't think yesterday was a Kyler Murray problem. I thought others let Kyler Murray down last night. Like, you saw the frustration on his face. And so maybe they may have to, but last night was not a Kyler Murray problem. Maybe his size is coming back to haunt him or something. But in terms of watching that game, he made throws. Guys didn't catch the ball, or he had to scramble for his life out there, And there was, I forget who was on the call. Who was the analyst? Was it our boy Ross Tucker? No, I can't. Kirk Herbstreit. Oh, yeah, Kirk Herbstreit last night. He talked about, when Kyler scrambles, the receivers got to help him out. He didn't get much help last night, I thought, from his wide receiving core.
Yeah, so that NFC West right now looking like the cream is rising to the crop, Jay. We know that, right? San Francisco undefeated, taking on a Jacksonville team that does terribly on the West Coast. Jacksonville, they have a horrible record all-time out west. So 49ers, I think this about the 49ers, who should have the opportunity for another win. I think this is something of a trap game for them. Jay disagrees. Jay says, no, they're not going to overlook anybody. And I understand that. But still, just knowing that, wow, we got a short turnaround after this game, and we got the Rams. I don't think the 49ers are a team where they're going to take anybody too lightly, but it may be difficult to focus completely on Jacksonville when you know you got the Rams looming right around the corner. Trap game. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man. The Niners aren't good enough to be in a trap.
That's not what I'm saying.
No.
That's not what I'm saying. I know that. I'm just saying it's like it's hard. I'm not saying I will win this game easy, but it's hard not to see what's behind the curtain.
Yeah,
and that's a distraction.
Yeah. And you heard me just a minute ago say they should take care of the Jaguars. Then you got my Rams. So even I'm looking past.
Sure.
Them.
It's a natural thing.
Right. And hopefully it's not. Hopefully, Kyle Shanahan and some of the veteran leaders on that team will have the guys locked in. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm the Niners, I look at this weekend like, hold up, we first in the division. Mm-hmm. We got the inside track. Let's go out there and handle our business.
Yeah.
Lock in. Don't give that game away, if you will. And so
you got two quarterbacks and they're both hobbled.
Dude, hold up, man. People are like, how come Whitey's not on camera? Like everybody want to see this guy.
No, I got it. I don't know why I'm not. I'm working on it.
People are like, where's Whitey at?
Yeah.
Compio. Let's get Whitey on camera. And
I'm working on it. Every time I go to enter
happy.
studio, nothing happens.
Is it kicking you out?
Just get ended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my apologies, but we're working on it, Campy. Thank you for noticing.
Look, I'll tilt mine. There goes the drapes.
We got double drapes.
Come on, baby.
Hey, I'm like Mariah Carey. I got both sides. You know what I mean? I look good on both sides. Dude, you hear my voice, though? This is killing me right now. It has been perpetually something stuck in my voice, in my throat for the last 4 or 5 days.
Probably
it's
teeth.
Killing me.
You probably got teeth in there.
Enamel
chips.
I'm struggling, man. It's messed up, man, because I make my money outside of the looks with the voice. Like, that's my money maker.
I'm sure
and so when that's not good, it's killing me.
It doesn't sound like it always does, but it doesn't sound bad. I mean,
it doesn't?
No.
But people that know me, like you guys, would be like, Drapes, sound a little froggy there.
Tiny bit.
All right.
Tiny bit froggy.
Yeah.
Tiny bit. Probably sounds worse to you, I think, than it does.
Yeah, it feels worse, man. It feels worse. You good? No, you're
Nope.
not good. You're not good.
Nope.
Right.
Struggling.
So, in terms of football this weekend, sorry to hijack the show. Like I said before, if I'm the Niners, you got the inside track. Mm-hmm. Hopefully Brock's going to play. Do we find out anything new about that?
No, just all we have is Shanahan. The latest we have is I think it's feeling better every day. If that continues, he should be good on Sunday, but hopefully that continues. It's always delicate with the toe, and we're awaiting more information today. And then also you got, well, maybe Mac Jones could play, but he's got the sprained knee. So if neither one of them can go, then we got an issue.
No, they'll be fine. But then you probably got, Juwan Jennings back too?
Yeah, you
Right?
definitely have DeMarcus Robinson.
Back from this suspension. So if you're the Niners, you're starting to put together some things here, man. And, I think, when you look at Jacksonville, what's Jacksonville? 2-1?
2-1.
2-1? But it's a fraudulent.
They feel they should be 3-0, but they're not.
Right,
Everybody feels
right,
that way.
right.
Every team feels like they should be 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, for them to travel across country, play at in Santa Clara there, home squad. Honestly, to me, and Jay, you're a big Niners fan. I don't think the Niners have looked great in any game yet. Like they haven't hit their stride yet. And
Agreed.
to be 3-0, they got to feel, all right, we doing some things. Wait till we get healthy. Wait till we hit our stride. And so that's why you got to take care of a game like this.
Yeah.
You got to bank up these wins now because it does get tougher the next couple of weeks.
Would it surprise you to know, and Jay sent this out to us earlier today, the 49ers are averaging, 271 yards per game passing. The 49ers. That's number one in the NFL.
In the league, baby.
The 49ers
In
are high.
the
Flying.
league.
Let it fly, 49ers.
Yes, sir.
Why you guys got to yell it out like that?
For the people in the back, people outside.
Yeah.
You guys, y'all trying to troll me right now.
Run the
You're
ball,
trying to
stop the
troll
run.
me
Run the
right
ball,
now.
stop the run. No, we're going up top.
Yes, sir.
Ricky P.
There's another stat, too,
Is it?
yesterday. Yeah,
Okay.
that I was like, I can't wait till Drapes gets back. I'm going to keep it in my pocket.
Okay.
Just in case
Not gonna have it now.
when he jumps out of pocket about our schedule and the Eagles and all that. And I sent it to you guys. So I know you guys seen it, but I'm hoping maybe Drapes overlooked it.
Dude, see that? I'm being dead honest right now.
What you doing?
Stats are for losers, big fella. I don't give a damn about no stats in September, Jay. What are we doing here? Let's look at Daniel Jones' stats in September.
This isn't stats. These are facts. These are facts.
As my boy Bill Belichick said.
Oh, that's your boy.
Who? Bill Belichick. That's my guy.
Okay.
He,
You don't want him to be your guy anymore.
What's wrong with Bill?
Nothing.
He's living every 80-year-old dream right now, right? Look at Jay. Jay like, yeah.
You might be right.
No, but serious, like, Niners are putting up some stats. They're leading, like Tricky Ricky P is, putting up some numbers.
Look,
You're the only one who calls him that, aren't you, Jay?
Yeah,
I
he
think
is.
so. Yeah.
Right, Jay started that.
Now
Started
people
that.
are talking about it. Yeah, you know.
But no, it's enjoy it while you can. They're doing well. I'm not going to hate.
Well, it's gravy to a degree when you're so injured and then they're winning these games. You'd have every reason if you lost any one of these games. Well, so-and-so was hurt and so-and-so was hurt. But they're winning. So, as you say, you have to enjoy it. And I think it's really a boost to them. But this is where it gets tough. Even this Nerf schedule, as you said, Drapes, this is where it gets a little more difficult. So these are huge games the next three. And I think it starts with this. I was
going to ask you.
I'm taking Jacksonville a little more seriously, I think, than most people because their defense has been playing really well.
Their defense, and let me ask you this. Is Trevor Lawrence the best quarterback they will have faced up to this point, in your opinion? Because I believe the NFL is a lot based on who's your quarterback. Sam Darnold, he's okay. I mean,
I think he's better than Trevor Lawrence right now.
You think Sammy Dimes is?
I think Trevor Lawrence has more upside, but right now, Sam Darnold's better than Trevor Lawrence.
You saw how Sam spun it last night, right, Whitey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
That's your opinion. You guys are, Trevor Lawrence has more upside. I think.
Does he?
Come on.
Sam Darnold's not old.
He's not old,
He's
but
young.
It's Trevor Lawrence, big fella. Here's the thing about
I don't
Trevor
know,
Lawrence.
man. People are down on him.
For me, I'm not looking at Trevor Lawrence's stats. Stats a lot of times are a byproduct of who you're with. System, coordinator, players around you. You throw Trevor Lawrence in a top-tier Kyle Shanahan system, how's he looking? That's what I'm worried about.
Has Sam Darnold
So how
been
he
in
looked
the
last
outside?
year?
But he was with Minnesota. Is that considered a top tier
Hell
offensive?
yeah. Last
coordinator?
year, you got Justin Jefferson to toss to.
I got you.
Yeah.
What about this year for Sam Darnold?
How's he doing? He
Mike
started last
McDonald's?
night.
Yeah, I mean, is he considered in a top tier offense?
I got to look at them. What do you think?
I say no.
Right.
I think he assists the offense.
Right. And so
Yeah.
here's the thing. When we talk about Trevor Lawrence, we say, he's not that good. He hasn't performed well. Jacksonville has been a dumpster fire recently. Now they're finally starting to show something. So I want to see what he does from here on out. It's a big weekend for him.
I think if you look at the arc of a quarterback career, and at one end is the GOAT, you could be the GOAT. The other end is bust. He's definitely a lot closer to bust. Definitely.
Oh, there's my guy, Big
Yeah.
Smooth in the building.
A lot closer
What's
to
up,
bust than the GOAT.
Smooth.
Yeah.
What's going on,
Yes,
man?
sir, fam.
It's a Drive Guys coming to you from the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. Sam Perkins is in the lounge.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can't talk to the left-hander from North Carolina when we come back. Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Let's see what's
She
going
has
on.
yet to lose since she's gone there. I'm not saying they broke into the top 25 this week. UCLA having a rough year. Maybe this year. Come on over to the. All right, Jason laughs. Hopefully he'll be back for 3 for. Oh my God! He's got the double hand wave.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, or the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Friday forecast featuring plenty of sunshine. We'll have light north winds in the forecast today, and it's going to feel like summer. Temperatures peak in the mid to upper 90s before cooling back to the low 60s overnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Fresh adventures await at the Roseville Auto Mall. With 20 top brands and thousands of vehicles in stock daily, your new adventure is just a short drive or click away. Level up with a new vehicle during our trade-in and trade-up event now at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Until 11/1, select models only.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions. Like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding.
Right?
Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures. Until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Okay. We got
For over
what do you want me to tell
years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Are you thinking about buying a new car? Well, maybe you're on the fence. Let me help you out. Kyle Draper here from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the first time I stepped into the MP of Stockton showroom, I knew I made the right choice. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV. It's comfortable, stylish, and most importantly, it's safe. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. It's just a short drive down I-5 or anytime at mbfstockton.com.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Coming to you from the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo in Roseville. Yeah, Big Sam Perkins roaming around. We'll see if we can't have him stop by for a little bit. Right now, though, we got bigger fish to fry because it's Friday, and we're talking 49er football with, of course, NBC Sports Authentic 49er analyst, host of the Quality Hang Pod, among other things. Rod Brooks is back with us. Welcome back, Rod. I know Kyle Draper is here. There are indications that you were hoping to discuss the matter of his ceremonial first pitch today.
I mean, hey, man, I wasn't going to get into it unless it got brought up. But let me say this first. Please get Big Sam on and preempt me, okay?
Would bring it up, of course.
First and foremost, get Big Sam on and preempt me, all right? I should not be in front of Big Sam. But since I'm here and since you brought it up, Drapes, what's up with that first pitch, bro?
What are you talking about?
What you mean what I'm talking about?
Dude, it was straight. It was a little high, but you got to understand, and when you are a media mogul or personality like me, you ain't trying to embarrass. I just went up there. You know what? I done did big things before. Let me just toss this. I'll be honest with you, Rod, and I told the boys earlier this. He was closer than I expected. Everybody talk about, people don't understand how, and it was my first time, how far away. And so I went into my little move here, and I look up, and it's like, he's just like right there. So I just lob it up to him. That's all it was. I'm not trying to embarrass myself, throw 70 miles an hour in the dirt or anything like that. Just a little soft toss. Big.
Now, see, where I come from, and we family, right? So we going to keep it real. Where I come from, that's crackhead explanation. You did a whole lot of talking and didn't say nothing, okay? The best thing about your first pitch were your kicks, okay? The shoes are right. Everything before.
You saw that, right?
I saw the heat. That's the only heat you brought because that lollipop you threw from you, man, get on the rubber. Get on top of the mound. How you going to throw that Ephus pitch?
No, but I thought
33 feet away from the catcher.
Hold up. We talked on the show beforehand, and my co-host talked about not stepping on the rubbers.
And I told you if you didn't, you were going to hear about it.
Yeah. But it's sort of like in the hockey locker room stepping on the emblem. You don't do that. That's reserved for the players. And the mound is reserved for the pitchers. First of all, Luis Severino's already been complaining about the damn mound.
You don't want to hurt
I didn't
yourself.
want to mess it up or anything. or hurt myself up.
Right. Yeah. Because you getting on the mound.
Here's the thing, Rod. Here's the thing.
I'm listening.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
This is what I'm going to say.
Uh-huh.
And this is a lesson for all you kids out there listening right now. Don't listen to peer pressure. I'm secure enough in myself, Rod Brooks, to just go up there and wing it. You know what I mean? I'm not nervous. I'm not up there, oh, man, I'm worried what Rod might say. Man, forget Rod Brooks. I'm going to just do my thing. So I'm secure enough in myself, kids, to just do me.
Lesson.
And that's a lesson to the kids.
Hey, you know
Don't
what?
let peer pressure influence you.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I did it one time. at a Giants game, and I was not prepared for. I remember walking up the mound, and I'm looking at myself on the Jumbotron. So I'm freaking out, looking at myself in center field, as big as I've ever seen myself. And then I turn around, right? Because I gas myself up. I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I got to be on the mound. Because, I think I'm an athlete. So I'm on top of the mound, and I turn around, and it was like an optical illusion, because it seemed like the stands at Oracle were right in front of me. But the catcher, and I forget who it was, seemed like he was 100 feet away from me, and I absolutely panicked. Right? It's like I blacked out. So I'm giving you grief because you did the right thing, brother. Because when you do it wrong, it is a feeling that absolutely never leaves you.
Exactly.
See, look at that. Yeah, you got it there. But you don't remember who your catcher was, huh?
No, it was like some third string guy. I mean, they weren't going to send out Buster Posey for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Buster probably wanted to be out there, and they said, no. It's like, I got to catch Rod Brooks.
I'm sure. I did it on a Wednesday afternoon against the Pirates. Buster wasn't coming out there for me.
Afternoon game. Ouch.
Speaking of people who throw it for a living, Trevor Lawrence, he's got a second-half passer rating of 56-1. Brian Thomas Jr.'s got 28% of his targets. How many points, Rod, do you think the 49ers need to score to win this game Sunday?
Well, I mean, listen, the way that defense has been playing, even though they won't have Nick Bosa, and I'm sure we'll get into that and the ramifications of how that impacts the Niners in the immediate future and the distant future. I remember Fred Warner saying something. This was after the first game. This is after Seattle, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was akin to, you give us 17 points, we're going to win that football game. They know how good they are defensively, and it really doesn't even matter the opponent. They know how good they are defensively, that if you just give them a couple of touchdowns and a little bit extra, they're going to handle business on the other end. So, as far as Jacksonville is concerned and as far as Trevor Lawrence is concerned, here's what you're going to get out of Trevor Lawrence. You're going to get a pick from Trevor Lawrence. He throws a pick a game. And here's what's interesting. The Niners haven't picked off a pass all year, and they haven't picked off a pass going all the way back to last year. So I think that streak is going to continue for Lawrence. It's going to end for the Niners on Sunday.
Ooh, interesting. What do you see as the biggest threat, if anything, Jacksonville poses? Like, what's their strength?
Oh, their defense. Yeah, and particularly their defensive front. And to me, to kind of get football nerdy, I think the biggest issue for the Niners is going to be, how do their guards, Connor Colby, rookie left guard, remember he came in an injury situation for Ben Barch in the game against Seattle, the game against New Orleans, did very well. There was a bit of a drop-off last week because he faced a better defensive line in the Arizona Cardinals. And Dominic Pooney, who's been dealing with a knee injury, and he seems to be getting better. But the middle of the Niners' offensive line has been problematic, particularly when it comes to run blocking. So for me, that's where the fulcrum of the game will be, so to speak, is that you've got to get better interior play. You've got to get better guard play from both of the Niners' offensive guards. And going up against that Jacksonville front, it's a really, really good front. And I know Jacksonville, the numbers say, well, they're a top defense. And I think that when all is said and done, they will be. They're hamstrung by their offense and the predicament that their offense puts them in. But Jacksonville has only played the 24th, 29th, and 32nd ranked offenses in the league. So the Niners should be able to put up points against those guys. But if they're not able to control the line of scrimmage, particularly in the middle against that Jacksonville front, that's going to present some problems.
Rod Brooks, can the 49ers handle Bosa's absence with the people they currently have on the roster, or is that maybe the $1 million question right now?
The answer to your question is yes and yes, because like I said, in the not too distant future, the right here and right now, they can. Going forward, the higher the stakes, the bigger the opponent, it's going to be an issue. But I do think long term, if this were to happen last year, this were to happen in previous years without Robert Saleh, and I'll get to him in just a second and his importance, I think it would be a bigger deal. Having Saleh, having Fred Warner playing at not just an all-pro level, but playing at a Defensive Player of the Year / soon-to-be Hall of Fame level, that helps. And I'm sure I've mentioned this here in our conversations we've had since the beginning of the season, that what the Niners are getting here, to my surprise, because I thought it was going to be some ups and downs and take a little time. What the Niners are getting from the rookies, the Niners have the third youngest defense in all of the NFL. What they're getting from their rookies and from their young guys as quickly as they've gotten it, the positive play, has been a big surprise to me. So, clearly the Niners were a really good defense because you have an all-pro, or had, unfortunately, an all-pro in Bosa on your line, and the attention he gets. Fred Warner quarterbacking the defense in the middle, and Deommodore Lenoir has been playing lights out here, continuing his play from last season. Fitting everybody else in around, to me, was the bigger deal. I think that has happened a lot faster than many people, myself included, thought it would happen. And so to have that, that coalescence of the young guys and the older guys coming together to give them the defense they've gotten right now, I think has been a big feather in the Niners' cap. And I do expect for that to continue. But once, like I said, the stakes start to get higher, once you start to see better teams, like next week against the LA Rams, that's when you're going to be like, hey, man, we're really good. Well, boy, this would be a nice time for Nick Bosa to be here, because you're trying to do everything you can to stop Matthew Stafford in that offense.
Hey, Rod, obviously not your fault. We're losing you a little bit here and there. Should we keep rolling? Apologies to you, Rod, and to our listeners. You're breaking up a little bit here and there, but I think hopefully we've got check with Jay. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you Trevor Lawrence, and I know the numbers are underwhelming. I know he disappointment, but pretty much had tracked. How much, as he's, now, how much do you think of it is the system, the organ, and how much do you think that, hell, Trevor Lawrence just ain't that good?
Man, you know what? And let's go back to last night, because Sam Darnold is one of the darlings of the NFL quarterbacking story right now. And Sam Darnold gets drafted by the Jets. We all know the Jets are a place where quarterbacks go to die. He goes to Carolina. That's a bad situation. Then he comes to the Niners, a little pit stop, gets himself right. Then he goes to Minnesota, has a good season. Seattle, they feel like they're now set at quarterback. Let's look at Baker Mayfield. Cleveland, places where quarterbacks, really players, but quarterbacks go to die. He has his Magellan route where he eventually, going through Carolina, eventually ends up in a good place with better coaching and better talent around him, ends up in Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay is clearly one of the best teams in the league this season. So I'll say all that to say this. It would be silly to say that Trevor Lawrence does not have talent, but I think multiple things can be true at the same time. Let's keep it a buck, man. Jacksonville Jaguars is not a nice, comfortable cradle for quarterbacks. So clearly, where Trevor Lawrence is right now has a lot to do with him. But I think we can very safely say that, yes, the talent of the player, the quarterback, is the most important thing. But what's around that quarterback? Coaching, first and foremost, the talent, whether we're talking skill position players, and more importantly, the offensive line, the offensive philosophy, the team's philosophy, how that organization is run. That's how franchise quarterbacks are made. And no disrespect, as I'm about to be disrespectful to the Jacksonville Jaguars, does that strike you as the type of franchise that understands the stability that's necessary to develop and keep a franchise quarterback?
Not necessarily. Right. Yeah. Rod Brooks with us. Rod, do the 49ers need to get that running game going here before too long? Is this the week they might be able to do it?
Yeah, they have to. Whether they need to do it, they absolutely have to. Good news is Jawan Jennings practiced today, and just like against New Orleans, when he only practiced on Friday, he is scheduled. He is on track, I should say, to play. He's listed as questionable. My assumption is, and I feel pretty good about this assumption, he's going to play. You get DeMarcus Robinson back. So I think what we saw from Arizona, where they had absolutely no respect for the Niners wideouts until Ricky Pearsall made them respect him in the fourth quarter, I think that Jacksonville, now you got to pay attention to what the Niners have as far as the wide receiver spot is concerned. So that should loosen up things as far as trying to get that Niner run game going the way that we all expect for it to be and the way that it needs to be for this offense to truly play at its optimal level. And, I mentioned a little bit earlier, I think that Niner not having an interception in a game streak is going to end on Sunday. The Niners are also the only team in the league to not have a rushing touchdown. I think that streak also comes to an end on Sunday. But, and again, this is not to do with Christian McCaffrey. I think we can all see that Christian McCaffrey looks like the guy that he did before he had the injuries last year. Christian McCaffrey is a shoelace away from breaking a big one and having a big game. The Niners have to do a much better job of run blocking. And that was the issue last week. I think that was the issue against the Saints a couple of weeks ago. But again, we're talking about a Jacksonville defense, particularly their defensive front, that I believe, no matter who they've played, is one of the best defensive fronts in football. They have got to find a way to get better blocking, just like the problem last year. They couldn't block on the interior. They couldn't get that run game going. They have to find a way to get better blocking on the interior, particularly from center and the guards. They have to find a way to do that to get McCaffrey loose. I think once you get him loose, then it's going to be a situation where it just keeps piling on and piling on and piling on. And that's a good thing for the Niners run game.
Hey, Rod, when you look at the division, I'm high on the Rams. They gave my Eagles a little bit of a test last week. I thought Seattle looked good. Arizona, maybe not so much. How much of a threat are the Rams in Seattle in the NFC West?
Hey, man, both of those teams are really, really good. Rams are better. I think they have a more consistent offense, although you could see, with Kubiak now after a few games, he's starting to get that Rams starting to get that Seahawks outfit. If they could get more consistent running, and I think they have to figure out what they need to do with their running back situation, but if they could get a consistent run game, they got the quarterback. They got the line play. They got the wide receiver in Jackson Smith and Jigba. Always got to be careful when you say that name. I would hate to say that he has a bad disc in his back. You say that all together, you might be in trouble.
I just get it clear. I just call him Smitty. I'm not going there.
Homie that plays wide receiver for the
that's him
for the Seahawks. But no, that's a good Seahawks outfit. They're coming along offensively. They're really, really good defensively. I think looking back at what the Niners were able to do against them in the first game of the season, that is absolutely no joke to go in Seattle against that defense and come out with a win. Seattle's good. The Rams, until proven otherwise, are the best team in the division. And we're about to find out here, very early going, but we're going to find out here next Thursday night between the Niners and the Rams, who's really got it going here in the very early parts of the season. I think the NFC West is the best division in football. It contains very good quarterback play, very good coaching, very good teams, obviously, but specifically defensively. The Seahawks defense, as I mentioned, really good. Rams defense, good last year, good this year. Niners defense, good this year, improved off of last year, expected to continue to improve. And the strength of Arizona's team, as we saw last night, and as we saw when they played the Niners last week, is their defensive front. So, for the Niners, if they can get through this very early part of the season and get 3 wins against all 3, the division opponents, that would be absolutely huge.
Yes. Rod, we always appreciate it. I always enjoy it. Before we let you go, since you're the seer today, and you see the 49ers coming up with their first interception of the year, who's going to grab it? Who's going to make that interception?
I'm going to go with Marquise Siegel. I'm going to go with one of the rookies.
Oh.
Yeah, the Niners have been relying on their rookies on that defense. They have found a way, just like Bosa did when he was healthy, just like Warner has done. They found a way to make plays late. I'm going to go ahead and say Marquise Siegel is going to be that guy.
All right. Jay, you have any thoughts on that?
I love what Rod's talking about. He's a soothsayer, baby.
Yes.
Rod knows what you're talking about.
Who's going to come up with the interception? I got Fred Warner.
You got Fred Warner?
Yeah.
Okay. Fred almost had one last week, except he and D. Winters collided. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see you on TV, Rod. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Enjoy the game. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, fellas. Have a great weekend.
All right, Rod.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Rod Brooks. Yeah, see, he kind of came after you a little bit, but he understood what you went through.
Yeah. The thing about Rod, and he's our guy. He's our guy.
Yeah.
But he'll give you crap, but then at the end,
yes,
he mentioned how his first pitch was pretty bad.
That
sounded
terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. And so I can imagine. I will say this. When I did my first pitch, I don't want to say I blacked out. I blocked everything out, though.
Yeah.
Like, everything just went, it didn't matter. I'm just,
When was your first one?
That was it.
Oh, that was it?
That was it.
Oh, I thought it was
my
in
very
Boston.
first one.
Okay,
Nah,
okay.
big fella. That was it. For a first one?
Yeah, that's solid.
Just nice and chill and solid. Thank you.
So next one.
Next one, now I know I might get on the mound.
Move
I'll
up a little
more.
bit.
Yeah, exactly. First one, you know what? Let me just get this thing out.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Put it on the books.
It's hard, maybe impossible to do one where the next day people go, that was really good. Good job. This is just not going to happen.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you do.
I know. Somebody
You
going
can
to
pipe
find
it
something wrong.
Like
Right.
93
Yeah,
on
right.
the black. Oh, that nice first pitch. Karl.
Right. What do you think? You're some MLB player or something? Yeah, stick to talking sports. No, but it was fun, man. I'm ready to do it again. I'm ready to do it again.
Yeah. I guess the 49er quarterback situation is stable this week. He didn't even bring it up.
Right.
Yeah.
No, everybody seems to think Brock's going to play this week,
Mhm.
And let me ask you this. Do you want to play him to play so he gets a game under his belt before the back-to-back gauntlet, Rams?
Not
and
if his
Tampa?
toe hurts.
Right.
I'd rather he just be healthy for the Rams.
Sit out another one.
Yeah. If, but it sounds like nobody knows.
Right.
Even Kyle Shanahan. Toes are iffy. And
Toes are iffy.
They are. They are. I'm the only one worried about them overlooking Jacksonville. All right.
Yeah, the question, because what we're seeing, though, can Jacksonville score enough points? To me, and they're a better team than the Saints, but like Jay said a few weeks ago, man, they might score 14 to 17. Like, you don't have to be great to beat a Jacksonville Jaguars team.
Yeah.
They're not going to put up 37 or 34 or something like that,
Yeah.
So you should be in the game just by showing up.
Yeah. The 49ers are in one of those periods where the scores look like the years from high school history exams. The Magna Carta was signed in 1512.
Right.
Those are the kind of scores they're getting.
Right.
Now.
What's up with that? Yeah. It's a low-scoring game, so it ain't going to be a shootout, man. Jacksonville put up 16 probably.
Yeah. Okay. We have another guest here. Who's going to be the first 49er to come up with an interception? Bo says Upton Stout, Jay.
Okay.
I thought about Upton. I was going to say Ronaldo Green, too. Those were the first two. But Upton Stout, he's been everywhere.
No,
He
he's
might
all
be
over the
right.
place,
Upton Stout looks like a
He's
ball
making a play.
player.
Yeah, we're not everywhere, but we are at the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo in Roseville. When we come back, we'll look at just how pathetic Jacksonville is on the West Coast. Big Sam Perkins roaming around, too.
Oh, yeah, Big
Drive
Sam.
Guys, Sacktown Sports. Be right back.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Folsom Lake Dodge.
The weather's getting colder, but the deals are just heating up.
And during the Drive Into Fall event at Folsom Lake Dodge, save over $6,500 net savings off MSRP on a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport. That's over 17% off.
And I've got 5 at this hot deal.
At Folsom Lake Dodge.
In the Folsom Auto Mall and online at FolsomLakeDodge.com.
Wrangler includes $44.85 dealer discount plus $2,000 in national retail bonus cash. VIN SE 658348. See dealer for details. Expires 9/25.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
This Sacktown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. Eddie Pinheiro hit a walk-off 35-yard field goal to lift the Niners to a thrilling 16-15 win over Arizona. Mac Jones made his second start for the injured Brock Purdy and led the team down the field in the final 2 minutes to set up that field goal. Ricky Pearsall had his best game as a Niner, catching 8 passes for 117 yards. Niners are back in action at home this Sunday versus Jacksonville. You can catch all the action beginning at noon right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
Listen to the 49er Rewind daily, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now's the time to get into that Ram 1500. It's a drive and fall event at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where they offer the lowest prices in town. They have the biggest and best selection and unmatched customer service. And right now, 0% financing. 0% financing for 72 months on the new 2025 Ram 1500. There's a reason why people are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's because it's the place where a handshake still means something. Centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course and online at sacksuperstore.com. Financing and approved credit Ram at $1389 for $10,000 borrowed.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
What she has yet to lose since she's gone there. I'm not saying anything. Broke into the top 25 this week. UCLA having a rough year. Maybe this year. Come on over to the. All right, Jason laughs. Hopefully he'll be back for 3 for. Oh my God! He's got the double hand wave.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
KH
KMHDK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Now, the first of the celebrities and autograph signers we expect to be talking to today. Real quick before we get any further, well, for one thing, your buddy Campy has got your back, says you came through on your first pitch. You know, everybody's making jokes about you. I heard somebody on the radio say that was the first time in the history of ceremonial first pitches that the catcher called for a fair catch. Now, I heard somebody say that. Maybe it might have been me.
You said that.
Maybe
I
I said
that.
that.
Didn't you?
It's possible I said that.
Man, it's the people closest to you, right, Jay?
Gotta watch 'em.
Right? It's the people closest to you. I see how it is.
But you came through. You got it done, and you delivered, and you got the ball to the catcher.
Yeah, man.
You rose to the occasion.
You got to understand, there was thousands out there, too. Thousands out there. And
see, I knew that you being a broadcaster and you're talking, you don't see them, but you're talking to all those people at once. I knew that would be something that would bring out the best.
Right, exactly. And did you see the walk-up at all, waving to the crowd?
A little bit. Jay was nice
doing
enough to
that.
send me. You got a lot of people that were really interested and were supporting you. Jay sent me a video right away. Kyle Ledbetter, Ramsey sent me one.
Right,
so I was like,
right.
bing, bing,
Everybody.
bing.
We had
So
your back,
everybody-
man.
Yeah.
I did go live on Instagram, and I had my daughter Quinn take it, but she turned the camera the wrong way.
Oh.
And so it was like,
What do you mean? Upside down or
Like,
sideways? Or
when you go live, you're supposed to hold it straight up and that.
right?
She turned it to the wide angle. And so I was like this on the screen,
Gotcha.
So, nah, man, it was a great experience. Dude. I had a blast.
No, I have to admit, the first time I saw it, I thought, wait, this must be the wrong way. It wasn't. It was just the way the ball came in. But I'm just kidding.
I've seen worse.
Oh, man.
Oh, definitely.
Way worse.
Absolutely.
Was I better than Carl Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
come on,
world-renowned athlete.
Yeah.
50 Cent, Curtis 50 Cent
And
Jackson.
I like that you gave it the wind-up.
Right. I was
Yeah.
like, I stood in there and was like,
The D train.
Yeah.
exactly.
It was Dontrell style,
Dontrell, yeah, a little
I
Dontrell.
I don't know about Jay. If Jay's found this out, I'm still not sure how Rod Brooks actually saw it. I don't know. Do you know? Was it on TV?
It
They
had
did
to
show
be.
it on
Okay,
TV.
it
They
had
did
to.
show it on TV. Yeah.
Because
They showed it on the broadcast.
everyone hit me. When I say everyone, about 4 or 5 different people, friends of the show, hit me all around the same time.
Oh, really?
So, and it was around second or third
Right,
inning
right.
or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that told me they must have just
Yeah,
showed
they
it
must
on
have
TV.
just showed. Yeah, they showed it on TV. So, yeah, man, it's not viral. Ain't nobody tweet at me about it or anything.
You
so
going to show it
what's
to
the
any
fun?
of the? There's a chance we're going to talk to some baseball players today. You going to show it to them?
Yeah, let them grade it. How about that? let those are athletes. Let them say honest opinion.
Yeah.
First ever first pitch. You gotta
Terrence
remember that.
Long, right?
Yeah.
And Billy North, and we'll see who else comes.
Let's see what they
maybe
say
Lloyd
about it.
Mosby.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
There
exactly.
you go.
Like, no offense to you or Rod Brooks, but your opinion, But if real MLB athletes, former
I
athletes
understand
say,
that.
was pretty good. I'd be like,
Yeah.
damn Skippy. It's like you with the jump shot.
Yeah.
If Steph Curry walked by, oh, that was pretty good jump shot, Whitey. You'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
I would say, that trash jump, but no, you understand what I'm saying.
You wouldn't say that though. I know
Yeah.
you'd say, "No, nice shot."
Would I really? Nah, I don't know about that.
If it went in, you probably would. Fact: the Jacksonville Jaguars stink on the West Coast. All time, the Jacksonville Jaguars. At the Rams, at the Chargers, at the Raiders, at the 49ers, and the Seahawks. They're 4-16. All time, they're 4-16. 16
West.
losses by an average of 17 points. And they're 3-3 at Oakland. So if you throw that out, they're 1-13. So they have struggled
They don't like
mightily
coming this way.
as a franchise out here. And we talked to a writer who covers the Jags for the AP yesterday. He's the one who pointed that out to us. He said, yeah, they really have a hard time. They've never beaten the 49ers on the road. Never, ever, ever.
I wonder what that is. Like, what's the reason for that? Because I could see going east, going up to New York, Buffalo, weather, cold. You come out west, should be lovely. You know? Like, is it just the time change? They're not a good team? You know? Like, that's very interesting, I find.
Yeah, probably a combination. And also, they don't come out all the time. You know? So, timing of when they come out, they're facing good teams. But I still think the 49ers maybe don't have their hands full on Sunday. But the way they're playing right now, every game's going to be – there's no such thing right now for the 49ers, I don't think, as an easy game. The Saints should have been an easy game, and they won, but it was not an easy game.
Man, you're giving Jacksonville all kinds of love.
I am. I'm giving a lot of credit.
You worried, Jay?
No.
Not at all.
Jay didn't get worried.
No.
That's
well,
the
I
thing.
do,
We're like
but not.
odd couple.
He was worried. Weren't you just worried?
Cardinals.
Cardinals?
I
Yeah,
thought
with
they
Kyler?
played.
Yeah.
Jags don't scare me just based on 49ers normally handle them, and I'm not really sold on the weapons of what Jacksonville has. And Mark Long from the AP yesterday, who's covered the Jags for a long time, came on and said, you know, Brian Thomas has dropped 6 balls. Travis Hunter really hasn't even done anything. You know, Etienne Jr., he's a good ball player. But really beyond them two, who else do the Jags have? Like, can you name their tight end? According to Mark Long, their offensive line is having some problems. Well, that seems to be fair. And if heading into the 49ers game, you know, we're not at full strength, so we need a little assistance there too when it comes to Gross Matos and Michael Williams and guys like that heading, getting a good lead of confidence. So, but the Jags just don't scare me, man. To me, they're a middle-of-the-road team, and they'll be lucky to go 9-8. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I just think the 49ers right now are vulnerable to just about anybody with a heartbeat, just because of all the injuries.
Are the Jags, they have a heartbeat?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're 2-1, and they're doing some things well. But as we said, they don't play well out here, so the 49ers should win. I don't know how much of the post game you guys saw last night. This might have been pregame. I apologize. I know that it was Tony Gonzalez and it was Richard Sherman. Tony Gonzalez said that Russell Wilson has played himself out of the Hall of Fame, that he played well enough to be, that's a Hall of Famer. But he says now, the way he's played since he left Seattle, he's played his way out of the Hall of Fame. And, of course, Richard Sherman, who's never been best friends with Russell Wilson, he's like, yep, you're absolutely right. Can you do that? Can you play well enough to be a Hall of Famer and then play your way out? Whether he has or not, can someone even do that?
You know, it's I think in Russ's case, maybe you can. Because a lot of times what you see with players, they have a Hall of Fame career, and then the last couple of years they tail off. For Russ, it's been a bigger sample size than the last couple of years. You know, what are we talking, last 4 or 5 years regarding Russ? Maybe even more. And so, is he a Hall of Famer? He's borderline. He got the 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah. Here's what Tony Gonzalez says. Ever since he left Seattle, when he was in Seattle, he was the man. He was making these good plays. He won a Super Bowl, went to 2 of them. But as soon as he left there, he went to Denver, signed that big old deal. They paid him $39 million to leave. He goes to Pittsburgh, plays there 1 year. He's out of there. Now he goes to New York. He has 3 games. I just don't know if it's going to get any better, and I don't want to see him on a sideline holding a clipboard. I don't think he's done himself any favors. And Richard Sherman, of course, I agree. I think you've got to judge his career off when the Legion of Boom was there. He had a legendary defense, an all-time defense, and how much success he had, and then without that legendary defense.
Well, here's what I'll say about Russell Wilson. And it depends on how you value this accomplishment. 10-time Pro Bowler. Does that mean anything?
He got 10 Pro Bowls?
10 Pro Bowls. Does that mean anything?
Yeah.
I was going to, a lot of people are like, everybody is in the Pro Bowl, gets in the Pro Bowl now. Guys don't want to be there. You got substitutes and things like that. 10-time Pro Bowler?
I don't know if that's a big deal to Hall of Fame voters. I don't know. I'm not sure it is.
Right.
Maybe it should be. I'm not sure it is. But, I mean, he did win a freaking Super Bowl.
How many times is he All-Pro?
I think once.
Just one time?
Just once? No, is that true?
What's his record? overall record.
Well, that's the thing. It's his record has been pretty good. That's what people are
121, 80 and 1.
121, 80 and 1.
So he's 40 games
above 500.
Above 500. But you look at his last 4 years, including this one, like we said, and even that last year in Seattle wasn't all it was cracked up to be. So he's 121, 80 and 1 according to Pro Football Reference.
46,913 yards.
Damn, that's a lot of yards.
He's close to 50 yards.
Yeah, he's going to get in, right? Close to 50,000.
And we know Hall of Fame voting normally is persuaded by if you're a good guy, if you're good with media, if you're not good with the media, are you an a-hole, like all these different things. He's, to the best of my knowledge, he's a good dude, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of seen as a good dude.
Yeah.
Like a very safe bet in the NFL to be pleasant guy. Does that play a part?
It can't hurt. It doesn't seem like it helps as much with football, but you know what also happens? I think Chris Carter did this, and Chris Carter was a great player. Kurt Warner did this. Kurt Warner was a great player. Their Hall of Fame candidacy seemed like they could go either way. Then they became analysts. They were on TV every week, and guess what? All of a sudden, their candidacies improved, and they ended up being in the Hall of Fame.
People see him.
Yeah. And
Insight
so
in mind.
He could probably, if he wanted, he could probably do that, I would think. I don't know if he cares about that. But there's still some things he can do to improve his candidacy. The thing is, if he gets to 50,000 yards and he won a Super Bowl, it's tough to say, he's not a Hall of Famer because he struggled with the Broncos.
Right.
You know?
But it's he's theoretically, in today's quarterback climate, he's struggling in what arguably should be his prime. I'm talking about year when he's 33, 34, 35. Like we got Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. We got Drew Brees played in the upper third. Like the fall off has been so tremendous with him, and I'm not arguing against him. I think he probably should get in. But here's the question regarding the quarterbacks. And I'm just throwing this out there to discuss. Was Russell Wilson ever regarded, and I'm really legitimately asking him, among the best in the league, top 2, 3 at his position?
Maybe not that high, but as you said, I mean, he's been to the Pro Bowl a lot, so there was periods where he's considered an upper echelon, but no.
But he's never been in the
like
Brady or Peyton.
Like that. Yeah.
Like he's always, and you tell me, Jay, too, you can weigh in on this. He's always been on that net. Like, I don't think he was ever in the Drew Brees category.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So now, case in point, Eli Manning, and they debated that. People saying Eli's going to. Now is the Hall of Fame turned into the Hall of, you know what? You had a couple of good moments, you know?
You know, if he hadn't thrown that goal line interception against New England, I don't think we could even argue.
Right.
Yeah.
He'd have that second
Because he
Super
has
Bowl.
double
If he just
multiple.
gave it to Marshawn.
Yeah, multiple.
Yeah.
He'd have 2 Super Bowls.
But I think another part of this is apparently he's just not very well liked, you know, by his peers. Certainly not by his former teammate, Richard Sherman.
Yeah, his teammates.
Yeah.
And since he's left Seattle, because that's when he was most prominent, right? That's where most people remember him from. For whatever reason, the Seahawks, you know, the 12 men, the Legion of Boom, a lot of guys just really haven't come out and support of Russell.
Right.
It feels like they kind of go the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he given too much credit for the things that he was, you know, doing and had done for the Seahawks compared to like, no, we really carried this team. And because he's a quarterback, you're going to get all the love. And honestly, fellas, like Russell Wilson has really not done anything wrong off the field.
Right.
He is a model citizen, as they like to call it, right?
Yeah.
And so the NFL has gotten behind him. You know, he's definitely huge in the Pacific Northwest. I believe he still owns, and I could be completely wrong. I don't think I've seen him sell a part of the Portland soccer team, MLS team.
He's been involved with Portland's
and
efforts to get a
Seattle.
baseball team.
Yeah, exactly. So there's definitely some there's definitely a darling pushed behind Russell Wilson a little bit.
Do you think Russ, because I'm just looking at the numbers, and, that's what kids will do going, 20 years, 30 years. Oh, they'll be like, this guy wasn't good. Look at these numbers. Do you think Russ has been as bad as the narrative is? Meaning, he looked bad at last possession the other night. He looked bad. But I'm looking at his stats last year in Pittsburgh. 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 63.7 completion percentage. Last season in Denver, 66 completion percentage, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Is it because he's bouncing around that's the hit, or is his actual play terrible? Like, I don't know if his actual play is really terrible.
It isn't terrible, but it's been not inspiring, and it's a far cry from what he was doing with Seattle.
Because those numbers I just mentioned, Whitey, are solid.
Yeah, the way a lot of people are looking at it is like, he's played so poorly, his team has played so poorly since he left Seattle, maybe we can't even give him credit for the numbers he put up in Seattle. That's not fair, but I think that's how a lot of people are looking at it. As you said, he has not been a guy that at any point of his career was like, he's a one or two best quarterback in the league, but he's a compiler. You get in the Hall of Fame, either you have great peak years or you just keep at it. Like Don Sutton in baseball. He won 10 games a year for 30 years. I'm a 300-game winner. And I think Russ is definitely that type where, like you said, the numbers year to year is like the team didn't do well. Yeah, but his numbers are okay. He's going to end up, if he can still find teams that will employ him, with some massive numbers when all is said and done. And they should be enough to carry him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you get close to 50,000 passing yards. And I'm looking at some of his quarterback ratings over the last few seasons. Last year in Pittsburgh, 95.6. Not great, but not horrible. 98 his last year in Denver. I think he's been a victim of lack of success, because when you look at his win-loss record in recent years, 6-5, 7-8, 4-11, and I think that's what and you guys know this, quarterbacks are often judged by wins and losses. And he's coming up short in that regard.
2022 with Denver, he was sacked a league high 55 times for a league high 368 yards.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough.
Dang,
that's tough. Yeah.
Is that his fault though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
That Denver seemed to think it was because they didn't keep him around very long.
Yeah.
Well, they were looking for their generational quarterback too, though.
Yeah, they got Drape's guy.
Yeah.
He's got his own issues right now.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit too.
Who, Denver, Bo Nix?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they look good though. They've had a tough schedule. Denver, I'm talking about. They'll be fine. The problem is with Bo Nix, and he's my guy. People are ready to anoint the Broncos already. It's like, dog, he was a rookie last year. And now all of a sudden they Super Bowl contenders. Now, pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes. Let dudes develop and grow a little bit.
Yeah.
You just don't go from, you don't become Daniels, like overnight. Like that's the outside the norm,
It's more common than it used to be. There was a time when a quarterback like a rookie, unless you were the first pick and the Heisman Trophy winner, you didn't even play your first year.
Yeah.
Now it's more common, but I think you're right. We have to take into account not everybody can do it in year one.
Right, exactly. I'm still a Bo Nix guy, and who they lose to? Chargers last week. Chargers are a hell of a team, bro.
Colts beat them on a controversial
finish. And so I still think they're tough, man. I mean, think about it. They're better than the Chiefs in the division right now, better than the Raiders, and so, no, they'll be fine. I think Denver will be in the mix for a playoff spot.
What do you think of whoever loses the game between the Ravens and the Chiefs this week? 1 and 2 teams.
That's crazy.
One of those teams is going to be 1 and 3.
That is crazy. You got two of the elite quarterbacks in the league, and they can't get it done. To me, the Chiefs are a flawed team. Like, the Ravens, no excuses for them. Your boy Derrick Henry out there fumbling the bag big time. Like, dog, every game he's coughing it up. I don't know what's going on. The Ravens are built to actually win this year. The Chiefs, they got some holes. Kelsey, he's long in the tooth. He's not the same guy. And so it's surprising from a Ravens aspect, But the Chiefs have had a tough schedule too. They've had to, go against my boys. They've had a tough schedule. So I still think they'll be there, towards the end.
Think
in
so?
The mix. But dude, they're in a tough division too.
If the Chargers stay on the gas pedal,
right,
they're gonna definitely be in trouble because I've consistently asked for anybody to show a post in that AFC West.
Right.
And finally, somebody looks like they may be, rising from the grave.
Yeah.
If the Chargers win that division, and we're talking about the Chiefs having to get in on a wild card, man,
9-7.
That's a little different.
Mhm.
That's a little different.
By the way, the 49ers will welcome Brock Purdy back to the starting lineup on Sunday.
Talk to him, Whitey.
Yeah, Coach Kyle Shanahan confirming today that Purdy will start. He looked good. He got to go a lot more than last week, and each day he got better, said Kyle Shanahan. So, good to go this week with Brock Purdy, under center. What do you smell, Jay? You smell something.
Quarterback controversy?
250 and 2 touchdowns already. I smell it. I smell it in the air.
Come on.
I smell it in. I ain't talking about memorabilia or cards, baby.
Don't you smell the quarterback controversy? Your boy don't get it done this week.
Nah, come on, man.
Okay.
Then you would, what's going to happen? First of all, I'm not even going to entertain that, so never mind. We'll talk about that if that arises, but that's not going to happen. 4-0 heading into the Rams, baby.
Okay.
Which we all knew.
We all knew. I mean, come on. Come on. Talk to me after week, 6? That's when
I'll say the same thing to you.
Short week, too.
Yeah, against the Rams.
Against the Rams.
Yeah,
After week 6, they'll
not
be at
worried.
what, worse, 5-1?
4-2?
Nah,
Dude,
5-1.
they're both on the road, if I'm correct.
Nobody's scared of traveling, baby. The faithful will be in there like we take over everywhere. You lucky we ain't slid to Lincoln yet. We'll take that over, too.
You know y'all were 6-11 last year, right? This guy. Jeez. Hilarious, man.
It's different times, man. Different times.
Drapes, did you hear how other teams now are trying to combat the tush push?
No, what you got?
It's a story about this at ESPN.com yesterday. The Chiefs did it. There's actual film or video. You can hear them doing this. What other teams are doing is, and it's called disconcerting signals, and it's illegal, but it's really hard to enforce. It's a 15-yard penalty.
What?
But there's video of the Eagles lining up for the tush push against the Chiefs, and some of the Chiefs are going, so you got Delta set. That's your boy. And you got some Chiefs going, go. And you can't do that. But other
Why
teams
would you do that?
Because you're trying
to
to get
them
offensive
But
line.
if it's illegal,
Because it's really, the official has to
know who said it.
Who said that? Wait,
Yeah,
hold
okay.
on, boys. Who said that?
So they're intentionally breaking the rules to
Yes.
stop it. Okay.
Yeah, they're trying.
Well, you guys
They're
are
trying.
intentionally breaking the rules, too.
How?
Because you guys are jumping off sides.
Nah,
and
but everybody
lining
does
up
that.
wrong.
Everybody does
Well,
that, Jay. Come on. Just stop the play.
The formation is illegal, and you guys are jumping off sides.
Maybe that's why they're jumping off sides.
Right.
They
Go,
hate us
go.
because they ain't us. And what you say, if they ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, baby.
So,
Also, Drew Brees says the Eagles' offense is boring. And you
Snooze
got
fest.
Baker Mayfield saying, it's just gamesmanship. He says, they're coming out a day early because of the humidity. He goes, that won't work. That'll make it worse for them.
nah, we used to the humidity up in Philly. I know it ain't Tampa, but I ain't worried. Man, I tell you, the Eagles might be the most hated team in the league right
They might
now.
be.
Well, because
Like,
that's
people
only
taking
because
shots
Super
at
Bowl. Just because you won a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl and tush push.
Yeah.
Throw both of those. Now, if they didn't win the Super Bowl, you're right.
Yeah.
Nobody really cared. Tush push would be fine.
Sure.
But they won the Super Bowl, and it's a play that everybody
And,
hates.
like we said, Big Dom is another reason.
Oh,
not a very
forgot about
likable
Big
team
Dom.
right now
Yeah.
unless you're an
statue
Eagle
of
fan.
Big Dom. out there. Seriously. He embodies everything Philly.
Do you happen to know Big Dom at all?
No,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know Big Dom. Need to get him on the show.
Just checking. Well, you can do that.
Get him on the show.
We'll be right back
Yeah.
to the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. We got Sam Perkins running around. We got some baseball players coming up here. It's a Drive Guys. Also, we'll look at Trevor Lawrence. Mediocre, a bust, or better than we think. Next with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Start thinking about fall. Fall's already here. Autumn's here. That means winter's right around the corner. That means cooler weather is on its way. How's your heater? How's your furnace? Lee's HVAC and Plumbing Service, serving Sacramento, is where you need to go. You got any questions about, there's so many HVAC companies out there. Who do I turn to? Lee's Air, Heating, and Plumbing. You need professional assistance with your plumbing, your HVAC system. Not just about keeping your home comfortable. It's about ensuring it functions efficiently. We are saving a lot of money on our system since we got the new HVAC system from Lee's Air, Plumbing, and Heating. They build a reputation as the leading HVAC company in Sacramento. Your go-to expert for all things related to heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and plumbing. Got a very talented team coupled with their dependable solutions, striving to maintain your home's comfort and functionality throughout the entire year. And I can vouch for them because our heater went down last winter. It was freezing cold. We got a new system. It kept us very warm, very efficient, saved money, kept us cool all summer long. You got any issues here, you're concerned about your HVAC system for the upcoming winter, Lee's Air, Plumbing, and Heating, that's where you want to go. $100 off any AC heating or plumbing repair. LeesAir.com. It's got all the information for you. Check on their mission statement. LeesAir.com. License number 635355.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. That bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with cherry berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that, or they say, we can beat that price, and usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money, and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Drapes and Whitey. Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair. The Drive Guys.
And I want to mention, we're coming to you from the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. Today, 3 to 7, Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 9 to 5. Now, we were just talking about the fact that Brock Purdy is starting this week. And when I mentioned that, Jay said, I smell something. Smells like, what'd you say, 250? 3 touchdowns?
Two. Brock ain't got 3 touchdowns in his bag, big fella.
What?
It
smells like 3 to me.
Oh, well, there you go.
We'll see.
It may be in the air.
Yeah. But Campy on the YouTube chat says, I think what you smell is the bathroom that you're broadcasting from. We're not in the bathroom. I just realized it kind of looks like we're
tile.
Yeah.
That's actually concrete.
That's concrete.
Yeah, where the backdrop at?
Yeah. Well, that's not my job.
All right.
But we're actually in the posh, the green room, essentially, right? This is where the celebrities come. Sam Perkins is in there.
Yeah.
They got some
It's
business
the next
to take care
segment
of.
for the big smooth.
Oh, next segment? Okay.
Before they go out on the main floor where all the vendors are. That's where things are hopping. But this is this is an exclusive location. We're not in the bathroom.
Dude, I'm about to take the phone out there, man.
Yeah?
Give people a look. Yeah. Here's the thing. We like to be in the middle of the action.
Yeah,
I feed from the crowd. You know, the crowd gives me energy.
We saw that this week.
You saw that this week, right?
Yeah, boy.
This is kind of where they at, Brick Fella. Like, but people are coming here too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we just need that to start happening to pick up the energy, the vibe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, and the vibe's gonna be hopping in here all weekend. You'll be out here this week. I don't want to commit.
Sunday,
but I know you come out.
My boy's struggling, man.
Yeah. I know.
Struggling, man.
I got plans, man. Like tonight,
I got plans, man.
We're going to Vista Del Lago football game.
Okay.
Shout out Vista Del Lago. I don't even know. We want to smack up whoever we playing. Smack them up tonight, you know. And then might be going to Sac State football game tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
Might check that out. Son got a basketball game. Daughter got a cheer football game tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, might go see Sac State play. Need to get that field pass, though, real quick. So.
Yeah.
But then Sunday I'll be out. But let me ask you this.
I just know you like to come out here. That's why
I mean, the problem is, though, I always spend money, man. Like, you can't just come out here and browse.
No.
You got to always get
that's
something.
a good point. That's
you know
a good
what
point.
I mean? It's
that's
like,
a good point.
You always got to get something.
I'm already in on a couple jerseys.
Are you?
Yeah, man.
Are you? Bro?
Yeah, I'm already getting ready to buy a few.
Drapes, you may want to scout out that area very well, and there may be an area or two that you want to steer your daughter away from, because before we started, I was walking around and somebody had a framed acoustic guitar signed by you-know-who.
Come on, man.
Out there. And I didn't see a price. I didn't look, but
she already got one, bro. Our boy LeVon hooked it up.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
She already got that. Come on, Big Smooth. Come on now. Don't be scared. You know what I mean? Don't be scared. Come on over here. You know? Sure. I know you done beat my boy Patrick Ewing back in the day for the championship and everything. What's going on?
Yeah, Sam Perkins is going to join us.
Sam
played,
Perkins.
of course,
This
North
exciting.
Carolina. First round, fourth overall pick. Played for Dallas, the Lakers, the Sonics, Indiana Pacers, and we welcome him to
He
Sacramento.
played on some great teams, man.
Yeah.
Some great teams.
Yeah. We're just getting set for Sam Perkins. By the way, Drapes, no surprise, he has very large hands, Mr. Sam Perkins.
Really?
Doesn't he? Oh, my goodness.
Damn, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you, Sam?
I'm all gravy right now.
Yeah?
Appreciate you jumping on, man. How you been?
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. Sam, what do you remember the most about when you played against the Kings here in Sacramento? What do you remember about the
damn cowbell?
Everybody says that.
I couldn't stand it.
Yeah?
I mean, but I think it was, I can't remember for sure, but Phil Jackson is the one who said this is place for cows or something like that.
Yes.
So that's how the cowbell started, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but seriously, there were some tough games up here because you had Weber, Christie, I believe.
Sure, and Bibby and
Vlade.
Yeah.
So it was all good. It was competitive for a minute, and they made a run.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, looking at your stats, and, one of the things I look at, you were one of the original stretch bigs, if you will. I see here, one season you took 4.4 threes, 4.2. That's a lot for a big, even kind of today. Can you imagine what you'd be putting up today? You ever think about that? You'd be putting 8, 9 a game out there.
Well, it wouldn't be special because everybody'd be doing it.
Yeah.
But, I was just born too early, I guess, but in some sense. But back then, the coaches, how it started, trying to make it short.
We got time.
Yeah, we got that going on.
I shot with Byron Scott one day.
Okay.
And I was doing my big man stuff. They split them back then. So I was doing my big man moves, and then I came down here, and Mike Dunleavy, of all people, my coach, he was like, come down here and get some of this young fella. And I was like, you talking to me? And I didn't know, because I was walking off court.
Uh-huh.
And so with that said, I came and took a ball, and they, 5 spots around, 5 spots back. Well, by the time it was my time to shoot, I didn't shoot because they made it 5 times around and 5 times back because I had missed one, and I never got to shoot again. So as time went on, I kept doing that, and it got better and better. I almost beat Dunleavy, but I never did.
And he was a good shooter, right?
Yeah, he was. He was playing. He was still active. He was still, So he said we need to implement this in the game. So you keep working on it. So time went on. That's how it started. And then Vlade kind of got in the scene, and we were starting shooting threes. But more or less, when I got to Seattle, George Karl already knew what he was going to do with me because he had 5 out, and I believe he got that from Nelson.
Yeah.
So with all that said, it was more strategy because we had a lot of big guys in the league, Akeem, Robinson, you had Eaton, you had all these guys that guarded me, and it messed up their concept because Gary would go to the hole or Hershey would go to the hole, and by that time I'm sitting there waiting for a ball to come to me all by myself, no rotation, and I would just hit the three, so top of the key. So it was more strategy for our team back then, more so than today. I don't know, it was analytics or something like that.
Yeah, was that Sam Perkins nice enough to join us? Is that the biggest change to your eye in the game from when you played to today? Is just how many threes and the pace at which people are playing?
Yeah, you hear them talk about, they rather have threes. If you have a 2, throw it back out, stuff like that. But
you will see that now, right? Guy will be at the rim.
Yeah, I mean,
throw it into the corner. Yeah,
and it behooves me that they do that. But I mean, the mid range is slightly coming back. But I would probably take mid ranges now more than anything because of the way the ball bounces and it comes right back to you. But I heard coaches get mad at their players because they're not taking the three, for some strange reason. But that's how it is today.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, Sam, you played with Jordan in college. You went against him a couple times in the finals. I want to go back to your time in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You had Worthy. I mean, you had some studs. But did you see something special in Mike that freshman year of his?
Yeah, I was just going to correct you on one thing. He played with me.
All right, my bad.
I
You're
was
right.
there first.
Yeah, you were.
That's right.
You're right.
But I tell him that too. I clown him too. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, even though he was a special guy, back then we just played. We just were kids. We were just playing because of Coach Smith. Whatever Coach Smith said, that's what we did. And it was his way or no way. And but you can see it in the first time we practiced. He was like jumping a little crazier, a little higher, making more moves. His tongue sticking out, and we said he was going to bite it off, and he got bit off a little bit. So I mean, you could see it as time went on, but because we played in college so controlled, and sometimes he let loose, you can see it coming. But the way he took off in the NBA that first rookie years, we were like unreal. It was unreal to see that he did so much like that. But he was a pivotal guy when crunch time came. I mean, he was a defensive guy more so against the guys when we need to lock him up, like Duke. He came up when we played Duke, Clemson, State.
He was a great shot blocker as a guard, right?
Yeah, he would chase down similar to LeBron, you know, back then, and get up just to get up. But
Yeah.
Michael was real in college. As I look back now, because they've sent us DVDs now. They put all that footage that was on film.
Yeah.
It's now, you know, preempt to DVD, and so you get to see some of the greatness of, and still without the cloudiness.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
High def.
Well,
4K.
slow down.
The great.
It's not 4K. It's not 4K.
Sam Perkins is with us. As Kyle mentioned, you had a couple shots at Mike in the finals, 91 Lakers, and then in 96 your Seattle team, which was a part of their second, three-peat. That Seattle team, taking nothing away from the all-time great Bulls, that was a great team you guys had. I thought you had a shot at them, but be that as it may, that Sonics team that went to the finals, that was a great team, right?
Well, the Sonics team, oh my God, it had to be built to come to that structure because George Karl is his way or no way again, and he played a little different from the styles that other teams may have.
And he was a Carolina guy too, right?
He's a Carolina guy, so he traded for me. And I didn't know why, because Derek McKee, Eddie Johnson, they had Gary, Shawn. So Detlef was
he there?
I don't know if Detlef was there or not. Ricky Pierce.
Yeah.
And so I was like, why they need me, but for the game stretchness to his offense. And so that's what I was talking about earlier. We played against big guys. I was sitting out, and he was like, so he was like, I don't care, keep shooting, because it changed it of the game at the time. So Gary would go in for layups. Shawn would be there for dunks, and the big guys standing out here guarding air. But that team was special because we lost to Denver. We lost to an eighth place team, and that got us going for future reference. And we brought some other guys in, Kendall Gill, Askew, and Jim McIlvain. Even had my man Frank Perkowski.
Oh,
Frank Perkowski, yeah.
So it was a show. It was a close team. We got since we built it. That's why I say it was kind of built funny in a way to all of us got along together, and that's when I got acclimated into the community, and so we all did. And Detlef, I love Detlef for that team. We played with him. And it was nice. It was nice to play with that team right there. We lost to Chicago, but it was just the fact that we thought we had a good chance, but we just didn't. We just didn't have the experience, I guess, like Chicago did at the time.
Would you guys have beaten Chicago when you were with the Lakers if Worthy and Byron Scott, I think, got hurt that series?
Yeah, I told him. I said, y'all get hurt. Y'all been winning. Y'all win all this time, and then when I get here, y'all get hurt. And I can't believe it. And so
y'all took game one of that series,
yeah, we
right?
took game one on this. So they were shocked. Chicago was shocked that we won game one, but we. Dunleavy preached like all we got to get is one here and make a difference. We tried to get two, but it didn't work out. But yeah, Worthy, I can't put it on them, but they got hurt. Magic was thinking about retiring. I'm like, why now? Don't say this. Don't say this.
Hey.
But I think we would have had a better chance if either one of them was still healthy a little bit.
Can you believe, Sam, that Seattle doesn't have an NBA team? And I know they're talking about expansion, so maybe they address that. But
well, I keep asking Silver every time was on the board of the Retired Players Association. He would always come in for a visit, and the first question was like, when is Seattle getting a team? And so Seattle and Vegas was up next. But now they ventured to maybe put that on hold and go expand overseas a little bit. I don't know what they're trying to do now, but Seattle, it was a place everybody, even the guys on other teams were like coming up there because it was so different. Lifestyle was a little different up there, and it was sort of my pace. Because it wasn't New York, but it was definitely like slow, laid back a little bit.
You're a Brooklyn guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a Brooklyn guy. Yeah. But because of Brooklyn and New York, I was able to read a book for the first time. So you had time to do that. So with all that said, with rain and everything, you stay inside a lot.
Right.
And but it was a pretty place. It's still a pretty place in the summers, and the wintertime is kind of nice.
Sam, talking about Seattle, one of my favorite guys growing up, and I know you get this question quite a bit, but just really breaking it down and just looking at you face to face, Shawn Kemp.
Shawn.
What does Shawn really mean to the NBA?
Well, first of all, Shawn, I mean, with all his attributes and the way he played, he was special.
Yeah.
And Seattle loved him. The part that kind of made him humanized because he was so young. He came in out of high school.
Right.
So you got this guy untamed, and there's not a vet with him because he came in with Gary and some of these guys. I mean, he came with people with his own, older than him, but not as old as him. But there was no vets there to take care of him. So with all that said, he did it his way. He thought he was playing basketball and being a kid, but having fun on the court. And so he was just untamed. A tame specimen. And so when you do that,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I can't without making it bad.
Right.
He did a lot of good things and bad things, but I loved him.
Yeah.
And he made the game look so easy because he had the ability to jump so high, but he was really clever in the way he played. He just had a way of playing because no one else taught him any other way to play. He came from Elkhart, Indiana.
Yep.
And that's how he played the rest of his game until he grew up and saw I can be one of the stars and premier stars in this league. But he just wasn't there, and he missed the opportunity.
Wow.
Sam Perkins joining us. Sam, you played under George Karl. We had him as coach here in Sacramento for a brief stint. Can you just talk about what that experience was like, with those Sonics teams, you got personalities like Shawn and Gary, George Karl, a personality too. Can you just speak to that? And
Well, I mean, everything wasn't rosy. I mean, you got George Karl with his ways. We had Tim Gergrich.
Yeah.
We had Bobby Weiss. We had a lot of Brendan Malone was there for a minute.
Yeah.
Just for a minute.
Michael's father.
And Gary didn't like to practice. So with that said, we all had to practice. We couldn't do what we've done without practice because that's how we got to know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, David Wingate was there.
David Wingate,
so with all that, we had to practice, but Gary didn't want to practice, and so Coach Karl and him bumped heads a couple of times. But it was for the best because they became closer. They finally reached the point we had to trick Gary to play. We made it so competitive while we were playing. He was talking on the sidelines. He's like sitting over here, and he was like, take and win, or he can't stop you. So we was like, man, be quiet. So we made him come out there because we were playing so much competitive that now we got Gary to practice. You know what I'm saying? Now, Gary didn't know we were trying to egg him on.
Right.
But the point was that we had to get, if we wanted to go far, we needed Gary.
Yeah.
And so with that said, we practiced a lot, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. To Gary, we made it competitive to the point where Gary just couldn't resist to come out there, like show us. Then, well, show me that.
Right. You doing all that talking?
Come on out here. We can bust you up too. So we made him practice. So I mean, we had times like that, but going through the Western Conference with Portland was probably the better series because we were so close in proximity. That it was, we had good games against them with Buck, Jerome Kersey, and all those guys. So, but the Lakers was just as awesome as ever because of Magic.
Right.
And Gary is a talker. He's the talker of the crew.
I was going to ask you about that. If you can share how much
And he talked the whole game like loud, like real so loud to the point that people in the stands can hear actually what he's saying.
Wow.
I don't know if the courts were mic'd up or not, but NBA Entertainment got a lot of mouth, a lot of voice, choice of words. But I mean, and then we had to go through, come here, Sacramento, and those games weren't easy either. So I mean, we had some games, as you know, those games are real tough, but. We got them a couple of times. They got us a couple of times, but Weber was real tough. Jason Williams was real tough. I remember. So we couldn't. We had. That's why I kept saying we had to play. That team was so built to the point where we kind of had to know each other so good that we would try to face whatever challenge each night against any team. Because we had different personnel on each team, that it was the craziest. Because it was no slouch teams.
Yeah.
There was no slouch.
No nights off.
No nights off. So you had to come and play. So when we come to play or they come to play at us, you don't want to lose at home because home records at the time were looked upon more exclusive than anything.
Yeah. Sam Perkins with us. To your point about. Gary Payton and Coach Karl. I was doing a radio show when Gary Payton made the Hall of Fame. He was on once a week. And so when we had him on, when he had been named to the Hall of Fame, we called George Karl and said, would you come on? He's like, yes, absolutely. We went on to talk to him because of how close they had become. But as far as playing with Magic, was that an adjustment at all? Was it? I know you knew him and you'd seen him and played against him. But was it a little different playing with a guy who threw passes like that?
Of course. I mean, the first time I came from the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Totally different world from what Laker show was. I mean, it's stepped up. It's more like you got to show up every night. You can do what you want off the court, but when you come to the game, you got to put on a performance. So one time I remember, this is how crazy it was. I was running so fast trying to get to the outside lane, and Magic passed a dime to me. But I ran so fast, I passed the basket. I found myself out of bounds. And I threw it up there, and he's like, "What? Why'd you? Why?" He said, "Stop." I was like, "Well, I couldn't stop because I ran so fast trying to make a play for you." But playing with Magic, I'm sitting right next to him in the locker. I'm between him and James Worthy, and I'm sitting next to them because when I first got there, I had to understand what Lakers show was.
Yeah.
And so every night they say, "You just come with it. You got you here for a reason. Make that reason stick out." Yeah. So, but it's different playing with him because he demanded so much. He takes over the game when he backs down people. He gets his assists, he gets his points. And I've never seen a guy that controls the game and the coach is standing over there, can't do nothing about it.
Really? Wow. Hey.
But he passed dimes to Byron Scott, and it's almost like you just felt like whatever they miss, you can get. Because there was never a play for you. He throw it into you, give you a dog bone or a biscuit or something like that. But I love playing with him because he was so professional. Like, I never seen I'm tired sometimes, but he's still going, even in practice. Okay, let's go for an hour and a half. Now you the coach, and he said, "We're going for 2 hours." He turns around, "Okay, let's go. We're going for an hour and a half." So we go for an hour and a half. Right. But we make that half. We make that hour and a half special, and he made it. We would work basically. We worked the whole time, no matter what. We had days off, but when you come on that court, it's a whole different story. So that's how the organization and the determination was there.
Yeah. Oh, we got to take a quick timeout.
We got a break.
Yeah, we'll take. Can you stick?
Okay.
Yeah. More with Sam Perkins when we come right back to the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo, Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and clear skies expected through this evening with an increase in the Delta breeze to cool temperatures off into the 50s by Saturday morning. Plenty of sunshine on Saturday with daytime highs ranging in the mid to upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Fresh adventures await at the Roseville Auto Mall. With 20 top brands and thousands of vehicles in stock daily, your new adventure is just a short drive or click away. Level up with a new vehicle during our trade-in and trade-up event now at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-384-3434. 800-384-3434. 800-384-3434.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, as we close the book on the 25 campaign, there certainly will be optimism for the A's going into the offseason, and largely because of the offensive core. Guys like Butler, Kurtz, Rooker, Soderstrom, Langoliers, and Wilson. Now they're going to need some additions going into next year, but the foundation is certainly in place.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockrell with Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. Retailers across the U.S. are slashing their seasonal hiring plans, the lowest level since 2009, raising red flags about the outlook for the holiday shopping season. Firms like Challenger, Gray, and Christmas estimate only 520,000 new seasonal jobs in quarter four, down from the 564,200 a year ago. Industry analysts say the pullback reflects more than just a cost control. Inflation, wary customers, and tighter household budgets all play a role. Retailers are shifting strategies favoring overtime for existing staff rather than adding new heads. Lower hiring may be a signal. Companies now expect subdued holiday demand, not a boom. And for the retail sector, this could mean earnings pressure, weaker revenue forecasts, and a re-rating of what has once been a steady growth engine. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Folsom Lake Dodge.
The weather's getting colder, but the deals are just heating up.
And during the Drive Into Fall event at Folsom Lake Dodge, save over 10 grand net savings off MSRP on a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. That's over 19% off.
Now, that's a hot deal.
At Folsom Lake Dodge.
In the Folsom Auto Mall and online at folsomlakedodge.com.
Grand Cherokee includes $45.25 dealer discount plus $5,500 in national retail loyalty and select inventory bonus cash. Pins S86, 67, 701, 62, 93, 87, 66, 94, 58. See dealer for details. Expires 9/30/25.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24-month bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99, and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in L.A., red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
KHD-KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
We're having fun catching up with Sam Perkins, talking about the old days of Sacramento, how good those old Kings were. And you, of course, played in the finals with Magic against Michael. You played against Michael when you were with Gary Payton and the Sonics. And then towards the end of your career, you had a shot at Kobe and Shaq in the finals, right?
Go figure.
I know, right? Man.
They stayed around. Michael retired, and they stay around. And I get the best of those two and Phil Jackson again. But it was strange because I didn't notice that was me and Michael first time in the 91, our first finals since, coming back to play each other in college. So that was our first one. Even though his first one, it was my first one too, and we had to play against each other as ex-teammates.
Michael got to play with you.
Yeah.
You saw him in the finals. Was he feared in the league, you think?
Oh, no doubt.
Really?
I mean,
come on, say what?
So they called him, I'm sure you already know, the Black Cat.
Black Cat.
And so now that you hear Byron Scott talk, you hear Gil Arenas talk, these guys, they wanted to go back at him, but they just didn't know how because he was so quick. Kendall Gill tried to go at him and try to, duplicate his moves and things of this nature. I mean, the only one that can go back at him was probably Kobe. Yeah. And so these guys, I think guys were talking about on their podcast at now, these guys, they couldn't get no sleep the night before when they played them because they were worried about. They can do it against anybody else, but they couldn't do it against Mike because they was trying to go back at Mike. And then some guys were successful, and Mike remembers this and shuts them down the next time when they go east-west, whatever. So that's how competitive Mike was, and that's how his mentality was each game. Because you may have gotten 35 on him this time, but you ain't going to get 35 on him the next time. So, I mean, he was even like that in college. First bag off the plane, he bet.
Really?
Something really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really crazy stuff. But he would always be competitive. And I got a story to tell you. We were in the Olympics, and it was me, Vern, Alvin Robinson. I don't know if you know these guys. Y'all too young. Y'all too young to know these
that's
guys.
my heyday. Come on now.
Okay, so it was Alverson. It was Vern.
Yeah.
It was Leon Wood, Wayman Tisdale, Joe Klein.
Bunch of Kings you just named.
Yeah.
Sizzy and Klein,
The guy from the tall guy from SMU.
No, you talking about John Concac?
Concac.
Yep. I got the list right here.
Okay, so they played dice one night.
Okay.
They played dice like any other day after practice. Coach and I had us in there forever.
Yeah.
So when we had downtime, we had downtime. So they played dice that night. They played dice a game called CeeLo.
Yeah.
And you couldn't roll craps.
Right.
So anyway, Michael didn't know how to play, but Michael was so competitive he wanted to play. So they got the money out of the ATMs or whatever, or our per diem, whatever.
Yeah.
And so Al Robinson, Vern Fleming took his money. And they took his money only because they knew he didn't know how to play. Like, give me that, So Mike
literally took his money.
Took his money.
All right.
He took his money so bad that Leon Wood had to go fetch money from the ATM.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when that happened, in one day, in one night, he wanted to play the next night. He learned how to play, and he took all their money.
What?
He took their money back because he didn't know how to play the first
night. Yeah.
The second time they played, he took everybody's money. Took everybody's money. And that's what I'm saying. He was so competitive at everything.
Yeah.
He hate losing. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
That's Michael.
Let me ask you about that '84 Olympic team, because I was just watching a documentary, 30 for 30, I think it was, on the ESPN, talking about, I think it was that 1984 draft. Charles Barkley
Yes.
got cut. Set the record straight. Should Charles have been on that team?
He should have, no
Really?
doubt.
Okay.
Somebody wouldn't have been on that team. But somebody would. Okay, there's 75 guys trying out, and 2 underclassmen, Chuck Person and I want to say Johnny Dawkins.
Johnny Dawkins, yeah.
And so we went 3 straight times a day, morning, afternoon, and night. Charles was a character, and I believe this is the reason why he didn't make the team, because let's say you're Bobby Knight. I'm joking with you the whole time. Like, those are some nice Adidas. Where you get them from? You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Something unworthy of talking about.
Yeah.
And he would always joke with him, his personality, and he just the way he was.
Yeah, yeah.
So we went to breakfast and first cuts. We went through maybe 4 days of cuts. 4 days of practice, but 3 sessions, and you're tired, mad tired.
Yeah.
But he's still fooling around. He's still with his Barkley self.
Right, yeah.
You know how Barkley is. Breakfast time came, 7:30 in the morning. You had to be down there at 7:15. The first name, Bobby Knight says, these are the guys who didn't make the team. Charles Barkley. So we were like, now Charles is don't get me wrong, he's doing every bit of good just like us in sessions.
Okay.
And for him to get cut like that, we said Charles Barkley. Now we don't know. We're thinking we don't know. We get
Y'all not on this team either.
Yeah. So that's how good he was.
Yeah.
And because he was going against Antoine Carr, Xavier McDaniel, some of the guys I just named.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shoot, I might not make this team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
North Carolina. So we were like, oh, man. So he named some names off, but Charles was the biggest one.
First guy he said was Charles?
First guy, Charles
He was sending
Barkley.
a message, huh?
Yeah, he said
Making
the
a point.
first name, I swear, Charles Barkley. And we were like, oh snap.
May not be here.
Yeah. So we didn't know if you going to be here, you going to be here.
Yeah, if they cut Charles, man, yeah.
So we thought that was his downfall. But I really think that team, as all the names I've given you, Charles didn't fit that personality.
Right.
The core, the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Because he would have been bigger than life. And they were looking for a team that was put together with a shooters, defense, rebounding, because you had Concat, Klein, myself, Raymond Tisdale, Chris Mullen.
Yeah, Mullen.
You had all these guys, and now Charles. So Charles would have been a standout more so than a complacent type player, you know.
Yeah. Sam Perkins is our guest. I'm not going to ask you the question everyone gets asked. Who knows? And we probably know what your answer would be. But let me ask you this. Do you think it's possible that without Michael, there would have been no Kobe or LeBron? I mean, he was that influential. Without Michael, is it possible we never would have had a Kobe or LeBron?
You wouldn't have had a standard. You wouldn't have had a standard of an ability to perform that way. I mean, I look at films, tapes, and I see Kobe walk like Michael, and just walk, the mannerisms. You probably wouldn't have had Kobe like you would have Kobe. You probably would have had a different type of Kobe if it wasn't. He didn't have an example before him. The example was set for LeBron, the standards, but LeBron is not no Jordan. He was trying to compete and beat them out more so than be part of Michael's
legacy.
So there definitely wouldn't have been, I would say, if there was no Michael, you would have had a different side of Kobe in a sense. You would have had the competitiveness, But as Kobe has been talking about when he was alive, he studied Michael. He studied his ways. He studied his game. He studied how he approached the game, how serious he was, and that was Kobe, and that was Michael.
Yeah.
But LeBron is more like, I don't want to be like them. I want to be myself. And so when he came into the league, he came out of high school just like Kobe, but LeBron came with his own flair, and he had to show he could beat and be better than Michael and be better than Kobe.
But it stylistically wasn't LeBron, or isn't he, kind of more like Magic and Oscar Robertson?
They keep comparing to Michael. He's no Michael.
Yeah.
He's more on that side of Magic, big guard. You know, I mean, sometimes now Magic is concentrating the whole minutes of the game from first quarter to the fourth.
Yeah.
LeBron kind of takes off.
Yeah.
He takes off a little bit. It gets a little crazy. But he comes back and snaps back into it. But yeah, I would say he's more of a Magic than anything else. Gus Williams or somebody,
Gus Williams,
stuff like that.
Smooth, man. You're from the East Coast, New York, of course. And more times than not, when you talk to people from New York, it's the mecca of basketball.
Yeah.
You can't get past anything unless you talk about New York. You've had an opportunity to play on the West Coast, Pacific Northwest, Midwest, South, comparing all of them. And I know probably going to talk about New York being the best, but where does New York really fit in the pantheon of basketball?
Well, New York, when I was coming up, New York was so strong with talent. You had guys who was dumb enough not to go to school.
Right.
But they had talent. And they missed out on a lot of college ingenuity because of the fact that they just couldn't go to class. But that talent was put on show at every park I went to, from Brevoort to West Fourth, Rucker. I mean, it was so concentrated because I used to watch everybody. That's how much talent it was. I got to watch a guy by the name of, y'all may be too young for this guy, Connie Hawkins.
Come on now, man. Come on now with the big hands. Come on now.
No, I ain't never heard of him. I didn't hear of him until I went to a basketball court in Nazareth Park, and it was Flatbush.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know that.
Come on now.
But
come on, Sam. You selling the short, baby.
I'm just letting.
We're students of the game, man. We're students of the game.
Okay.
Connie
Hawkins. And you had a guy named, which I wanted to go to Marquette, but they didn't recruit me. Sam Worthing, y'all ever heard of him?
Nah, I don't know that.
He played with the Chicago Bulls for a minute.
Okay.
But he was from New York. He was a wizard. And so, with that said, to answer the question, New York was the mecca because you had so much talent. People came there to just play and showcase what they had. You play a game to 11 and you lose, you may not get back on that court because when you lose, there's another team waiting.
Right. Yeah, you got wait.
That's so much talent coming ahead. So I saw Rolando Blackman.
Ooh.
All these guys.
Oh, yeah.
That was your teammate in Dallas, too, right?
I seen all these guys, and I'm like, oh, man. So going from West Coast to East, I've never seen that anywhere else.
Right.
Because today's game is a little different now, but as time went on, I can only say maybe Indiana had basketball concentration because they were playing so much on any given night. It was the game. It was the night for basketball, Friday Night Lights, as they called it, in Indiana, where Bird and French Lick started coming up, and these guys were, like, real serious. Now, you didn't have the showcase, the showstoppers of New York, but you still had basketball concentration in Indiana, where I talked to Larry Bird, and that's where he said he grew up in. You couldn't beat basketball in Indiana, even though he knows what went on on the East Coast.
Let me say this about Sam Perkins, fellas. I'm from Philly. I'm a Philadelphia native.
There you go.
But this is why I like Sam, because usually when you have New Yorkers on,
oh man,
within the first minute,
come on,
they tell you they from New York. You don't. I mean, I know you represent proudly, but you don't come in
Save
with
that.
the you save it.
In fact,
you
I
let
mentioned
us,
Brooklyn.
You didn't even mention that. Usually with New Yorkers,
Well, I figured you knew
New York.
I don't need to pronounce it because you already know where I'm from.
Right.
So I don't need to brag about it. I was just like, if you don't know, in case you don't know, that's where I'm from.
Dude, I went to Temple University, and we used to have a lot of New Yorkers come down, and they would try to take over our school. Of course, man, New Yorkers.
That's what New Yorkers do, man.
Woo.
Well, I mean, Philly. I'm sorry, I forgot about Philly.
Yeah,
Philly
we had some hoopers.
You had some hoopers there too, and Washington, and Baltimore. They had tournaments and players that could hop and play, and so I grouped Chicago in there with Philly and Baltimore because those were the players. You had Mark Aguirre, you had Cummings.
Terry Cummings.
Yeah. So you had ball players spotted. Garnett, of course.
Yeah.
But New York was special because you played. I mean, you had fights after the game. You go into Queens, you may not come out of Queens. You running out of Queens if you beat them to death. You know what I mean? So
QB.
Well, we appreciate your time very much. Thank you. Very generous with your time, and we've learned a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So
Great Sam Perkins, yes.
Yeah, he's here this weekend at Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo, and we'll come back with former Giant, Athletic, and Dodger.
How would you lead with the Giants first?
Well, you're right.
Athletic,
and Giants, and Dodgers,
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah. Bill North going to join us next. Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Hey, movie fans. Playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater, downtown Sacramento. One battle after another. The IMAX experience.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
Not if I see you first.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Shawn Penn star in this action thriller as a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. The best theater to experience one battle after another is on the Esquire IMAX Theater 6-story screen. Grab your reserve seats today at IMAX.com/Sacramento.
This Sacktown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. Eddie Pinheiro hit a walk-off 35-yard field goal to lift the Niners to a thrilling 16-15 win over Arizona. Mac Jones made his second start for the injured Brock Purdy and led the team down the field in the final 2 minutes to set up that field goal. Ricky Pearsall had his best game as a Niner, catching 8 passes for 117 yards. Niners are back in action at home this Sunday versus Jacksonville. You can catch all the action beginning at noon right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-292-4382. That's 800-292-4382. 800-292-4382.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's the energy all around you. The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Brand new
Nice,
car
Jeffrey.
and El
You
Honda
heard them.
requires
T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24-monthly bill credit is on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. The official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder, NBA champions. Available now at NBA Store. A Fanatics experience.
Live and mobile. It's the Tribe Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Get him to sign up.
It's the Sacramento Sports Card Autograph Expo. We welcome. We just saw Dusty Baker walk through. Nice enough to join us now. That's right. He's a world champion, a center fielder in 1973 and 74, 11 years in the majors. Member of the 1978 NL champion Dodgers. Sorry about that, Jay.
I don't know why we were talking about that.
Stolen base champion in the majors
2 times. Billy North. How are you, sir?
How are you guys?
Good.
Good to be here.
Great. Yeah. What can you tell us? What can you share with us about how fiery that Oakland A's, that legendary clubhouse really was?
It was winning is infectious. Infectious.
Yeah.
And losing is insidious.
Mm-hmm.
We were winning.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, hey, man, we had a good time. But every locker room I've ever been in, you get 25 egos together like that, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, because you had all-time greats, right?
Well, hey, man, they could play.
Yeah.
They could
Reggie
play.
and Catfish and Bando.
I figured something out the other day, though, is that we were physically stronger than most teams in baseball. Because we got, at the end of the year, we were still strong. And when it comes to closing time, you know, this, and then we used to tell them, you're going to see us on TV in October.
You were right.
Yeah, when they, during the season, when they making some series into some playoff scenario, so we look at them, tell them they're going to watching us on TV in October.
What was it like for you coming from the Cubs to a champion in Oakland?
Well, I'll tell you another story.
Okay.
I'm a storyteller. But anyway, my when I got traded, it broke my heart. It always does your first trade.
You traded for Bob Locker or something, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had gone in that year with the Cubs. I had gone from number one prospect in the organization to number one suspect in the organization. We fell out, and so when they did move me, it broke my heart. needless to say. And then one of the sanest things I ever heard, and my brothers have given me many. My oldest brother said to me, he said, instead of looking at where you've been, look at where you're going. And I was going to a world champion, and God blessed me with that, and a couple of World Series there.
Yeah, because they had won the one, and then you helped to win two more.
Yeah, I did. But I got hurt right before the '73 season was over. Broke my heart there too.
Billy North with us. I think that if you played today, and you obviously were very well respected, fine player, I think you'd even be more appreciated because of your on-base skills, which seems like those are more respected now than they were. Would you agree? I mean, you got on base like a machine.
Yeah, that was my job, and it was at that time. It was before its time on base percentage.
Right.
And it was a thing that I got Coors. I got. It's a thing that going to the Oakland A's, I was Dick Williams kind of ball player because I was aggressive, and it's a relatively intelligent baseball. Relatively being the operable, and that was my job. My job, you can see I hit 261, but my on base percentage was 365, and I walk 80, 90 times a year. And what happens then is you on deck, a leadoff hitter takes the 2-0 pitch, the 2-1 pitch, the 3-1 pitch. Right. Those pitches that you make your batting average.
Those are hitters' pitches.
Yeah. And you take them to make the machine work. And getting to first base. And I tell them all the time, this will make you laugh. Reggie and Bando and Joe Rudy and Gene Tennis, they drove a Cadillac, but it wasn't going anywhere until I turned it on.
Right, you're the starter, huh? You and Campy, right?
Yeah. We stole, and Campaneris and I stole bases from the 7th to the 9th inning at 90%. And that was something too.
Yeah. I remember, Billy, tell me if I'm wrong, you guys had to play a bunt and run. You have one of you would be on first, and then the other one you were Campy.
Yeah, keep going.
Bunt and just keep running to third if the third baseman played the bunt.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we could play, but we were a simple team. We just were fundamentally sound. And Dick Williams groomed us. I only had him for 1 year, but playing for him, and he gave me my first job, and then I played every day the rest of my career, except right till the end. It was the kind of thing that he was emphatic. If you made a play on the field that wasn't a good one, our thing was, then you look over at Dick, and he's gone to the bathroom on you. When he went to the bathroom, you'd hear things banging, and feel my and then he'd come out and be calm. But what you didn't want is you didn't want Dick to go to the bathroom on you.
Bill, when we teased you coming on last segment, my co-host said that, he started with the L.A. Dodgers. I'm an A's guy through and through, right?
I know you didn't, but I mentioned
he did. But you had the opportunity, as much as I kid about the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Cubs, you throw in the A's. You played for some legacy-type organizations for teams.
Yeah.
What does that make you feel? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, since you asked, me personally, people talk about the things that I did in that, caught a lot of baseballs, and that. But the thing that drove me, this little kid from 811 13th Avenue in Seattle, got to play every day in the big leagues. I wasn't. I was a regular player, and that, to me, I come from an environment that we played 16 games a year in high school. But when I went away to college, my sophomore year, we went to the national tournament, and I hit 4 triples and batted .485, and that's what got my notoriety. Then the next year, I hit. They say some people say I hit .443. I think I hit .476.
That boy. Well, we going with .476
and walked.
Right.
Yeah.
And that. But I was the best hitter then, and they always batted me third through the minor leagues too. And just to be able to live my dream. When I was 10 years old, the Yankees and the Braves were playing in the World Series. That's Mickey Mantle and Hank Aaron. Those were my guys.
Yeah.
And I was a bat boy for every team that came through Broadway Park.
Wow.
Okay, but they showed the World Series, excuse me. They showed the World Series on TV in school back in those days.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and watching that, and I'm already baseball sprung. I was obsessed at a very early age. And it came around to the fact that I said, 10 years old, this is how good God is. I want to play in the World Series.
Wow.
And he busted me with that. There were some other ones I tried to run too, but after I got older,
you have one.
There was some I tried to run.
You have one of your rings, right?
Yeah.
Which one?
This is 74.
Wow. That's against the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, we spanked them and sent them
That's
home.
Right. Spanked them and sent them home.
I know.
Ramsey, let's cut that. Cut that part, right? That's what I'm talking about, Bill.
We came into L.A., they called me the paper boy because everywhere I that's one of my obsessions also, reading the paper, not so much anymore.
Okay.
And I read a quote from one of their players, and I think it was Buckner, rest his soul. I said there's only 2 players on the A's that could even play on their team.
Damn.
When they left after 5 games,
Yeah, come on.
they said the best team lost. I put my hand to my chin. There's a big old gold thing on it.
And it's funny. You still remember it like it was yesterday. So
Oh, hey, man. Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of things you remember.
Oh, shoot. I know.
Bill, you real fast.
Bill North is with us.
Yeah, Bill North. We know you got to go over and sign some autographs, but before we had you on, you were talking about the great Buck O'Neil.
Yeah.
Someone that, like you said, come from the neighborhoods that we came from, that grew up, baseball was all I knew. I was sprung baseball, went to bed with a glove, went to bed with a baseball bat.
There you go.
Negro leagues, tremendous. Buck O'Neil, tremendous. Just speak to who Buck O'Neil was.
Well, Buck O'Neil, let me make this clear, that I am one of the most blessed people to ever walk this earth. The Lord gave me my dreams, and I've had a wonderful time. And more of my share of people that love me, but the blessings of able to live my dream. And I was in the Cubs organization when I got over the leagues, and that's when I met Buck O'Neil. But when I was in the minor league, some things, and they had opinion about me. So they spoke, I spoke mine, and they would send Buck down about mine. And he would say, Billy, what'd you do this time? And I tell him all the time, I didn't see that clause in the contract that says I got to be beholden. That cleaned that up pretty good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I see you.
I think it would have flown, but yeah, you did. Be beholden.
And my experiences with Buck, I had another guy who was the head coach of minor league instruction, and his name was Lou Klein, and he was a Cajun Jew.
Wow.
That in the late 40s, early 50s, there were a bunch of Pacific Coast League professional players that jumped American ball and went and played in Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And those two guys right there and Tommy Lasorda are the greatest storytellers of all time, to me. And I got to sit at the knee and listen to Buck tell stories about Satchel Paige and Hank Aaron and Willie Mays and all of these. And just, it was so wonderful. And that was a gift, too. And I so appreciated it in that. But I've lived a wonderful life. And Buck was one of my, I consider him a friend and a mentor. And that, but yes, he is a great man. Still, we're rest his soul too, But that was my man. Yeah,
Billy, we're very, very grateful for your time. Thank you. We're fans from way back. It's been a treat for us. So thank you.
I made you laugh.
Yeah. We'll be back with more for the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo coming up on Sacktown Sports.
Let's go.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey, movie fans. Playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater, downtown Sacramento. One battle after another. The IMAX experience.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
Not if I see you first.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn star in this action thriller as a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. The best theater to experience one battle after another is on the Esquire IMAX Theater 6-story screen. Grab your reserve seats today at IMAX.com/Sacramento.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out out, and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that, or they say, we can beat that price, and usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money, and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
Sacktown Sports has your ticket to the biggest live events going on in our region. First up, get in the game Halloween weekend at the Sinners and Saints Halloween Party and Costume Contest at the venue at Thunder Valley, October 25th. Then, country fans, the spotlight's on the brand new Channel 24 venue in Sacramento as Cameron Marlowe takes the stage October 28th. Comedy lovers, don't miss the one and only Trevor Noah, November 9th at the venue at Thunder Valley. The action keeps rolling with Jesse McCartney at Channel 24 Sacramento on November 14th. The same night, legends, the Isley Brothers bring the soul to Hard Rock Live. Rock icons Hard storm Hard Rock Live on November 21st, followed by the Stray Cats November 23rd. Laugh it up with Mike Epps on December 5th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Sacktown Sports is your home court for live events. Head to sacktownsports.com. That's sacktownsports.com for more info.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, we're having a great time today. Get a chance this weekend, come on out to the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo, the grounds in Roseville. Today, 3 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 9 to 5. And we just talked to Bill North. We'd also talked to Sam Perkins earlier. And there's a number of luminaries behind the curtain. They're signing autographs right now. I'm not sure who we're going to get to talk to, so I don't want to mention any names because I don't want to be disappointed if we don't get them on. But we're working on it. But it's so cool, Drapes. You know, and it happened with both Sam Perkins and Billy North. When you talk to guys that played a while ago, and you mention something that shows them that you remember and you know what you're talking about. Yeah. You can almost see the light go on in their eyes. Like, okay. You remember.
Yeah, and they remember.
Yes,
like,
yes.
You know, and so, no, that was great, man. Emery Pilati.
Yeah, Emery Pilati.
What's going on, man? Dude, we got like 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
So when we get Matt Noakes or somebody, there's
Right.
Emery Pilati.
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
He's the guy who puts the show together. Yeah.
What do people need to know about the show? No, you on.
I'm on?
Yeah, don't worry. You're on.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. How's it going so far?
I'm exhausted. We had a special guest walk in the door that I was not expecting.
What you got? You put him to work back there?
He's not working. He's eating nachos.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought you had him signing some things.
He's not busy. You know, we send him on by.
have him down here. You're going to get either Matt Noakes or Lloyd Mosby next.
Okay.
And I think that's where we're at right now. So we're just getting started. The autograph guests, we're going to start signing in about 25 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll have them out to the public. We'll be ready to rock.
Great. We were just talking about how much fun it was when you have a guy like Sam Perkins or Billy North, and I know you talk to them all the time, but when you interview them and they realize at some point, okay, you did see me play, you remember, that just they kind of light up. And
you got to see Billy North when he was playing.
Live. Yes.
Did I shots fired. I didn't mean
No,
that.
that's not shots fired.
It's so old.
It's true.
I didn't mean to call you
it.
old, Whitey, but I mean,
yeah.
as it's true. I mean, what can I say?
That was the heyday of the
I
age,
just spent
too.
some time with these guys. I've never met some of them. They are wonderful storytellers.
Yeah.
They're really good, so I can't wait. How was the Bill North interview? I didn't get to see that.
It was good.
A lot of fun?
Yeah, it was really good. He had more to tell us. We just didn't have time, but he pulled back a little bit. He was radio friendly.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to be a little bit. He wanted to be more podcast than radio.
He could have been, but to his credit, he recognized that wasn't the right play.
Well,
so
the fact that he talked to you guys for a long time, the only thing he said to me since he's gotten here is, "Can I get some chili cheese chips? What's going on over here?" So I got to go get him. Sorry, guys.
All right.
I'll send the next wonderful interviewee.
All right, we're looking forward to it.
We are here.
Yes. Emmer Pilati is
So are you coming back this weekend?
Tomorrow I'll be back,
here.
definitely. Jerry and I are doing the card show in the morning, and then I'm planning on coming back Sunday.
Really?
Well,
Sunday
yeah,
too?
we'll see. Yeah.
For own personal
Sure.
some shopping and seeing what's out here?
And you should come out whenever you can, but Emmer, it's kind of a thing if you're really looking for bargains on cards, if you are, and they have, great vendors, great prices. But you come back at the end of a show sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes.
They'd be willing to make some deals.
If what you're wanting is still there, you might be able to get some deals.
Okay.
Sometimes it's already gone, if you're waiting all 3 days. But.
So you bring your case with your cards? Or
I don't do that.
Me and Nick will bring our case. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. See what we can.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
No, I'm into old cards like you. You know what I mean? Set from the 70s.
Yeah. Vintage.
Vintage, yes.
We don't call them old. We call them
card.
vintage.
Vintage.
That's Whitey's not old. Whitey's vintage.
Yeah. So some like some more Dr. J stuff too. I'm a big Julius Erving fan. So any Dr. J stuff I can get my hands on, I'm all about that. Boxing also. I need to get my hands on some old school boxing too. I'm not talking about today's boxers. I'm talking about Tyson and before.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know really that they made that many of those.
Yeah, there's stuff. And memorabilia, signed gloves and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So it's going to be a great weekend, and we're just thrilled to be able to play a small part in getting it started. We'll have more guests coming up here. I don't want to mention the big guy that came through there. I already said his name when Billy North was talking to him.
You can't do it.
I didn't think he was supposed to be here. That sounds like Emmer was also
He's
surprised.
hanging out back there.
Yeah. So thanks for being with us. Stick around. We're actually, I know we're just getting the weekend warmed up here. To Drive Guys, we'll be right back to the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo on Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota. This fall, it's time to hit the road and chase new adventures. From majestic mornings to golden sunsets, explore all the beauty California has to offer with Toyota's legendary fuel efficiency. Right now, get a low lease on the 2025 Prius Limited, one of 17 fuel-efficient Toyota hybrids. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year no-cost maintenance plan. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium-rated credit, ends 9/30/25. See your Toyota dealer for Toyota Care details and exclusions.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
There are plenty of reasons to love golf in Northern California. With giant redwoods lining the fairways, the best Alistair McKenzie course you've never played is Northwood Golf Club's 9-holer along the Russian River. The 7th hole at Pebble Beach is a beauty or a beast. Play a sandwich or a 3-iron depending on the direction of the wind. Down the road a bit, Pacific Grove Golf Course sports a gazillion-dollar ocean view and a green fee about 1/10 of Pebble Beach. San Francisco's Presidio Golf Course survived the 1906 earthquake and was home course to President Teddy Roosevelt. You can tee it up on the ocean at the links of Bodega Harbor at dawn and tap in at sunset in the mountains at Old Greenwood in Truckee. Unlike Caddyshack's Karl Spackler, a good superintendent goes unnoticed working behind the scenes. Green thumbs up. There's a lot to love about golf, and as columnist Thomas Boswell wrote, when you fall in love with golf, you seldom fall easy. It's obsession at first sight. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, as we close the book on the 25 campaign, there certainly will be optimism for the A's going into the offseason, and largely because of the offensive core. Guys like Butler, Kurtz, Rooker, Soderstrom, Langoliers, and Wilson. Now they're going to need some additions going into next year, but the foundation is certainly in place.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Whitey. Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair, the Drive Guys.
Now back here at Sacramento Sports Card Autograph and Expo, Whitey Gleason, Kyle Draper, Jay Johnson. We've got a very special guest joining us, Dusty Baker. Dusty, thanks for taking a few moments.
I just want to say I haven't seen you in a long time. So happy. Congratulations. I know it was a while ago, but so happy for you. Congratulations on the World Series win.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I tell you, I used to come out here, to this part of Roseville years ago.
Yeah.
I've never seen this complex before.
I know. It's sprouting up, right? It's growing.
Hey, man, I saw all these kids coming out with soccer uniforms, and the kids kept coming and coming and coming. And, man, I'm proud of this, and I'm proud of Sacramento.
Hey, Dusty, we just had your former teammate on, Bill North. What can you tell us about him as a young scrapper back in the day?
Hey, man, Billy was tough. And see, Billy and I came up at the same time. I came with the Braves, and he came up with the Cubs. And so, I'm Billy's ride today.
Okay.
You're the Uber, the chauffeur.
And he stayed at my house, and I didn't feel like sitting in the car because I didn't know. Right. I'm saying, no, I'm not going to be part of this car show, but I didn't know that you guys were here. Yeah. I didn't know my man Lloyd Mosby was here.
Yeah. Everybody's out here.
Dude, they had some bad dudes in there, man. And, some basketballers, and, I'm proud of this. And, you guys know that I'm a big Kings fan, but my dad was the biggest Kings fan there was.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been a season ticket holder because of my dad since 1985.
Tell the story, Dusty.
Yeah, please tell
the story.
Yeah. And so, okay. And so, anyway, my dad was raising, 4 grandkids. And, I think I lost myself.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You
Got
you.
We'll get you that. Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
hear
but I can't hear myself.
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk, Dust.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
All right.
I'm in there.
All right.
And so anyway, my dad said, son, I like to be a Kings season ticket holder in 1985. I said, okay, Dad, this was his night out.
And that's when they first came here, right?
Yeah, when they first came here.
Yeah.
And my dad's favorite player was Reggie Theus.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my dad, he would come at 5 o'clock. He had a bad leg. They'd pick him up in a cart, take him into the stadium at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And my dad would sit there and watch shoot around, and they
warm-ups and all that.
Oh, man, they loved my dad. And see, I was out of town at that time.
Yeah.
And so, I'm paying for the tickets, and my dad goes, "Oh, son, man, we're gonna be good this year." And I said, "Okay, Dad, who you got?" We got Bobby Hurley.
No, he did not say that.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And he said, "Oh, son, we're gonna be real good this year. We got Otis Thorpe." And then he goes, "Oh man, we got we just traded for LaSalle Thompson." And I said, "Go on, Dad." I mean, he knew him all.
He was all into it.
Oh,
yeah.
no, was he into it? And he's like, "Man, you gotta see this dude we got, man, white chocolate."
Yeah.
And so every year, we got Joe Klein. I swear, every year, my dad, and then when they got Weber, and then he was all in then.
All in.
And when they got Stojakovic, I mean, this is when he was like, "Okay, son, we're ready." And they got Mitch Richmond, and so like, I don't go to many games, but I watch them on TV.
Okay.
And my son, we argue on, that's why I don't see me out there all the time, because my son, we argue about the tickets.
Okay.
And and I pay for the tickets.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, but yet and still, like he said, "Oh, Dad."
He got to say it.
Yeah. No. He's like, "Dad, I'll take the Lakers. I'll take Dallas. I'll take
the Warriors."
Right. No. My wife gets the Warriors.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, she gets the Warriors because she's from San Francisco.
Okay.
And she was a baller at City College and
San
State.
City.
Yeah, left-handed gunning Filipino. 5.
Really? Okay.
And her favorite was Chris Mullins. And both of them slow and can shoot.
So she a real Warriors fan though.
Oh yeah,
she ain't no Steph Curry. Just Johnny come late.
No.
She okay.
And see, when I met Chris, I mean, he's a down dude. I see why she liked him so much. And so see, I went to 2 Final Fours when I was out of the game.
Okay.
I couldn't get a job.
Yeah.
And so these Final Fours, man, I had no clue. I mean, that's the most fun event I've ever been in.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it was fun. And the only thing is, man, it was with tickets, with rooms, with everything, flights. It cost me like $5,000 each time I went.
Dang.
And so my wife's like, "Honey, do you see how much these tickets cost?" I said, "Oh yeah, baby." And I told my friend, Kevin Anderson, who's the athletic director at Maryland and Army, I said, "Don't send the price to the house."
We've been there.
Yeah.
Well, he sent it to the house.
Oh my God.
Oh no, but she didn't say nothing. She goes, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Okay." And at the time, the Warriors were on, the three-peat.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, I want to go to the first round."
Oh, how they go.
No, the first game of each round.
Oh.
And so now I'm like, damn. Then she's coming home with these cutouts, the big old cutouts. And so I'm like, man. And after the 3rd year, I was kind of hoping they lost.
Right. That started to add up. Huh?
Dusty, man, I had talked to you back there, man. I've had an opportunity to shake your hand many of times coming up playing baseball here in Sacramento. I didn't have an opportunity to come to the honorary Negro League game last week, man. Just talk about that. You and Greg Vaughn,
Well,
and
it was
friend of
awesome.
the show, Bob Kendrick, and all those
Oh,
type
yeah.
of people.
Well,
yeah.
you know, Bob was sick. Well, not sick, but he's had a knee operation.
Okay.
You know, a knee replacement, actually. But I tell you, the guys that were there, you know, Lavelle Freeman, Manuel, young Manuel. You know, Jerry's wife was there. You know, because Jerry's out of town.
Okay.
And so he was well represented. His grandson played in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, you know, just you know, Royster, Jerry, Danny, and then I saw a guy that was one of the baddest cats from Sacramento. He didn't make it. Sam Lovelace from Luther Burbank.
Come on.
There you go.
That's my high school as well. I already know, Love. That was my guy.
Man.
He's older than me, but he set the precedent.
Well, you know, he was just my age.
Yes.
And I'd go out there and play basketball at Burbank.
Yeah.
You know, get a little education between there and then I get advanced education. Then when I went to Grant, I played
Come on now.
Oh yeah. I played with Larry Brown and Crenshaw and all the older dudes.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I mean?
Yes,
It's
sir.
like, man, I don't want to play with them boys my age. You know, how am I gonna get better unless I play with the old dudes? You know? And that's how it was when we was coming up.
Yeah.
You know, if the older dudes let you play with them, you know that meant that your game was pretty good.
Yeah. Dusty, you mentioned your son, and it was a year ago this month, earlier in the month, but a year ago this month, you were there in D.C. when he got his first major league hit. Compared to all the things you did as a player, a manager, how did that compare, seeing your son?
Well, you know something, I actually get more nervous at his games than I ever did at any other.
Wow. Really?
In any game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you wanted to make every play. You don't want to strike outs. You wanted to make an error, and every time the ball's hit to him, you know what I mean? And you know, it was kind of nerve-wracking, but it was a situation where you're very thankful and grateful, you know, that things have come full circle for you. And then, you know, the weird part was before that, a couple of years before that, you know, I was with the Astros and he was with the Nationals.
Okay.
Well, see, my first year when I started in pro ball, our training camp was right where the new facility is now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I trained. And,
Okay.
and then I opened the Houston side of it. No, I opened the Washington side of it, you know, because we share a complex.
Okay.
And so actually, you know, he'd go right.
Oh, that's
and,
pretty
and
cool.
I'd go
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
And then, you know, he said he wanted to room with me. Which
What? Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah,
all
for
right.
2 years. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, you know, I love my dad, but I don't think I can.
I know, right? I was like, whoa.
Yeah, 'cause my dad might try to tell me when to come home.
Yeah.
You know, no dishes in the sink. You know, I had certain rules.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
pick your towels up off the floor, make up your bed a little bit, and
Yeah.
you know, like I only had to remind him a couple of times. He was a good roomie because
Okay.
see,
Wow.
because see, when you used to room by yourself, it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, over the course of time and years, you know, you get roomies. You know, one roomie I had, Ralph Garr, was great, and after that, it was tough.
Oh, the
because-
Road Runner.
Yeah, 'cause after that, you know, one dude smokes in the room, or one dude snores, or one dude is nasty. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Been there. Boy, minor leagues, been there.
Yeah. It's like it's you know, I'm hard to room with.
Right.
You know?
Can you explain this to us? You mentioned Ralph Garr was a National League batting champ, right? He was a high average hitter. We talk about this all the time, and you lived it. You were a player in the era where guys had higher batting averages. You were a manager in the era where now, you know, batting average is not as important. Can you help us? Because you know, being older fans, we were like,
I don't know if I can help you on that. All right, thank you. You know, because see, I'm still about batting average.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm still about RBIs, which they've, you know, kind of, you know, devalued. RBIs. You know, how you gonna win if you don't drive in runs? Somebody has driving runs.
Yep.
And you know, I don't know why. I don't know where it came from or where it evolved. All I know is, man, we used to always say, hey, man, whatever you hit this year is going to be on the back of your bubblegum card for life.
Wow.
And, you know, that was pressure.
Yeah.
And,
That
it's
is
like,
pressure.
Oh, man, you got a 210 on the
A 210, yeah.
You know,
That's back of that top, son.
You know, you got cards all out here. You're looking at the backs of them.
They're telling you, man, you only hit 210, you know what I mean? I don't care how many home runs you hit, but you know, like you want to be a complete ball player. You want to, you know, you want to score runs, you want to drive in runs, you want to be a good defensive player, not just a one-way player. You know? and you see it in basketball.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the dudes that can play both sides of the ball
Yeah.
are so valuable for your team.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Dusty, about the numbers situation, because even in basketball, you can't. You got me. All right.
I'm good.
Even in basketball, you got kids nowadays. All they do is know the numbers. Look at Basketball Reference, that kind of thing. You know, to your point about, batting average 210, 20, 30 years from now, kids are going to look up a player's stats and say, oh, you only hit 210. You weren't good. But at the time, you were, a potential all-star at 240 or something like that.
Well, but you don't know. 10 years from now, it could be 200.
Damn.
I'm just saying, you
I
don't
see
know.
what you mean, yeah.
And so part of that is taking pride in yourself. Taking pride in not letting the other pitcher get you out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole game. The whole game is, me against you.
Yeah.
Right.
And whatever I do, me against you, is for my team.
Yeah.
And so the main thing that numbers are important. I mean, we always had numbers. When I was in high school, like I had a little wristband with whatever I hit, like 0 for 1, I'd be hitting two.
Oh, really? You had that now?
Oh, yeah.
You was aware of the numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I get 2 hits, I'm be hitting 400. I mean, I had it all figured out for the game.
That'll boy.
Yeah. And so the numbers are always important.
Yeah, yeah.
But, the numbers shouldn't be more important, than wins. But the only thing is, until they start paying for unselfish players and wins,
right.
Like Bob Marley said, don't blame the children. I mean,
yeah.
The slogan "Take care of number one" came from my generation, or just take care of yourself. And see, but all of a sudden we want everybody to be, team oriented.
Right.
So what we have to do, if you want people to be team oriented, is that we have to pay, for
reward
team
that.
stats.
Yeah.
You have to be rewarded for that.
Yeah. Talked to Matt Noakes a while ago, and he's back there. And one of the things he told me a few weeks ago was, everybody in the majors, he believed you got to have a mentor. And he had Frank Robinson kind of took him under his wing. You were mentored by the Hammer, right? Hank Aaron mentored you.
Well, hey man,
I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, the Hammer was like, he promised my mom that he would take care of me as if I was his son.
Yeah.
And he did.
Wow.
He made me go to church. He made me do all the things, come in from staying out in the streets. And also, the good thing about Hank and what players do on the team, what superstars do, is that they can tell you what to do. I can tell you what to do as a coach, but the superstars can tell you what to do and then show you what to do. And most players are the greatest emulators of a golf swing. Like when I was a kid, man, I used to watch Elgin Baylor and Chick Hearn and go outside and practice that move 22 times,
Right.
I jump and then come down and shoot, and I'm like, man, I got to get this shot, get this move down. And so it's the same way in baseball, when you see a guy do something, oh, I got it. And when the light comes on, Hank Aaron used to always tell us, hey, man, do you understand? I said, yes, sir. I understand. Halftime, I didn't understand. And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, and he knew I didn't understand. And so he just said, hey, do me a favor. He goes, you may not understand, but he says, retain what I'm telling you. And someday, whether it's 5 years down the line, next week or whatever, that light might come on. And it happened over and over and over again.
Wow.
Where I would see something, and I was like, whoa, that's what he was talking about.
Wow.
But at the time, I didn't see it. But, again, the most important part of the whole thing, of this equation, was to retain what you learned.
Wow, man. Joined by Dusty Baker. Dusty, have you ever sat back and thought about that you were the face of baseball for a long time for people like myself who came up in Northern California?
No, not really. I just thought I was doing my job. I knew the pressures that I had being an African-American manager.
Yeah.
And, the playing field's not equal. And it's never been equal. You know, and my mother told me, you know, she was a black studies teacher. She went back to school after 40 years and taught at Sac City. And, you know, my parents would always tell me, I'm like, Mama, you know, like, you know, this kid's getting that. I'm as good as him. And she said, you can't be as good as him. She says, you got to be twice as good to get, you know, to achieve the same thing. So this is how I was raised in my, you know, in my family's household.
Yeah.
And this is what I try to sometimes pass on, you know, to those that I think, you know, might understand.
Dusty, what, you know, obviously illustrious career as a player, a manager, World Series champion. What moments stand out to you the most? Like, what's your crowning achievement, would you say?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I've had it yet, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a manager in WBC. And for Nicaragua.
Yep.
And most people don't think we have a chance.
So
and who knows, that could be my crowning moment. And see, I remember talking to Sada Hada years ago.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
And I was with the Dodgers as a player, and we trained with them at Dodger Town where they trained with us, the Tokyo Giants. And I asked him, I mean, this guy was 9-time MVP or something. And I asked him, I said, man, when did you, you know, when are you satisfied?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you've had a great career. And he told me you never think about that until you actually retire and look back on your career. Because if you got 1, you want 2, you want 3, 4, and keep on going. Because it's going to end someday. So why think about the end and what you've done if you still got, you know, more
time
to do.
left.
So we'll see.
Have you been to any Sacramento A's games? What do you think of Major League Baseball in Sacramento?
Yeah. You know, I've been to one. And what I have gone, you know, because my Giants contract is that, you know, the River Cats, I go a couple games a month to see them.
Sure, yeah.
Right. But I watch them on TV. And, you know, like Dave Stewart, you know, is one of my tight partners.
Dave.
And then I watch post-game. Yeah, and I watch the post-game, pre-game with Shooty.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
You know, Shooty scouted me, man.
Did he?
Yeah, to this day, he always talks about, you know, I remember what you couldn't do. And I'm like, seriously?
I know, because I was with Shooty yesterday,
Okay.
I was with Shooty yesterday. And so it's like, you know, I pay attention to them. You know, I pay attention on not only them, but, you know, who they're playing. And, you know, whether I'm in the game or not, you're still a scout. You know, you're still looking for bodies. You're still looking for who can play, you know, who might be better next year or whatever. You know, just keep yourself sharp.
Right.
You know, because I lost both my parents to dementia, and I got a lot of partners that end up having Alzheimer's or dementia because they, you know, quit doing things that, you know, keep their mind sharp.
Yeah.
So.
Mr. Baker, are you, it sounds like you're not done.
Well, yeah, I still got WBC, but see, Mr. Baker's my daddy. I appreciate it.
Because you've transitioned into connoisseur of wines, you know, many different things off the field. Is there still an itch?
What, on the field?
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. If I could show up 6:30 for a 7 o'clock game.
Right.
And then
then you're good.
And then leave
With
30
your wine.
minutes after the game. But you know, like after a while you get tired of the late nights. You get tired of packing. You get tired of playing verbal dodgeball pre and post game, you know, every day, and you can only say
verbal
something.
Verbal dodgeball, I like that.
Yeah, and you say one thing wrong, and then it's all over everywhere. And so it's like, you know, and then, you know, you're kind of arguing with guys that you know what's right or wrong, and people are telling you that your experience or gut feeling is, you know, doesn't matter.
Right.
And to me, I'm about a hybrid, you know. Like, I'm going to use some of what you have, which I always have used numbers. You heard me. Man, I had them numbers on these.
Numbers.
You know what I mean? And as well as my you know, experience at the same time. So.
Do you have any words of encouragement for Giants fans who were on the roller coaster this year?
Well, hey, man, the Giants, I'm going to tell you, sometimes you're thinking about hoping that your team is better than it really is. You know, I mean, they did a good job for, you know, for what they have. I mean, you know, the Giants, you know, we spoiled them. I mean, you know, it's not their fault. You know, I mean, you know, we spoiled them, and then Bruce Bochy really spoiled them. And so it's like, you know, right now, you know, there are a couple teams that especially the Dodgers, that are better than them right now. And sometimes you don't like it, but sometimes that's what you got to say. But the Busters and crew, it's not going to be like that for too long.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. I mean, it's very hard to turn it around in 1 year.
You know what's interesting? Sorry to cut you off. When you were with the Giants, 103 wins, I think, and then but the team stuck with you as well. You guys eventually won an NL pennant.
Yeah, but what happened was, in '94, after we won 103 games.
Didn't you have Darryl Strawberry that year, by the way?
Yeah, exactly. We had the lockout.
Yeah.
And then after the lockout in '95, we had lost so much money that, I mean, all of a sudden in the next couple of years, I had players all over the country. I had Will Clark was gone, Matt Williams was gone, Kevin Mitchell was gone, Robbie Thompson was gone, Willie McGee was gone.
Whole different team.
Oh yeah, D. Lou was gone, Royce Clayton, and I'm like, dang man, every team we were playing, I had fellas over there. Yeah, and if I wanted to knock somebody down, I was like, no, I can't knock him down because I like him.
Right.
He's a player for me.
Yeah.
Dusty, real fast, because I got to show him this too. Okay, got you. I was going to ask you about Royce Clayton.
Yeah.
Somebody I grew up idolizing, loving to play. How ball player?
Oh man, RC could
Royce
play.
Was?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Royce could play. I mean, and he was young.
Yeah, he could pick it.
Oh yeah, and he was getting better and better. But we traded him to St. Louis, which was tough because he had to follow Ozzie Smith. It was tough. You know what I mean? Lloyd. Hey, this is my boy right here. Yeah. So, but RC, good man. I just saw him down in L.A. with the
at the event.
Oh, the event. Royce was out there.
Oh,
yeah.
It was Royce Strawberry.
Seriously,
and they had some bad boys there.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It was everybody.
And all the
there.
basketballers.
All the basketball players were out there. Whole Lakers squad from the 80s.
We don't care about that.
When I was there. But see, a couple of them, I was sizing them up. I'm like,
that a boy, Dusty.
I don't think I'm going to mess with him,
Dusty, do me a favor.
We got to get your professional opinion on something.
Somebody threw out the first pitch at the A's game the other day. Just tell me what you think. First pitch that this person did.
Did you bounce it?
Nah.
As long as you didn't bounce it. Let me see.
Oh, wait. Can you see it?
Nope. Lefty.
Yeah, did you see that, Dusty? Let me rewind it for you.
Was that you?
No,
Yeah. He went with the four-seamer up
all right,
in the
you
zone.
see I'm running out.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the jog. That's from the
jogging
bullpen
out.
like
I don't
that.
know if you're running. Uh-oh. You almost got on the dirt. That's better than me.
Look at that.
Oh,
Kicks
got that
and
satchel
fires.
page. Got that satchel
Satchel
page.
page.
Yeah,
That's
you like
right.
that, right? See, come on, Dusty, tell him. No, that was great.
All right,
that
boy.
was so much fun.
Thank you, Dusty.
I got
We
a cut.
appreciate it
All
very
right,
much. Yeah.
All right,
We're
man.
breaking it.
I hadn't planned. I hadn't planned on doing. I'll see you at the park.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, at the arena.
At the
See
arena,
ya.
yeah.
Appreciate you,
Back
Noah.
with more
All right,
from
fellas.
Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. Default terms at mintmobile.com.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that, or they say, we can beat that price, and usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Well, that was a treat. Thanks again to Dusty Baker for stopping by. We didn't even know he was going to be here.
Right.
He ends up giving us a solid segment, evaluating your pitching motion. He's very generous with that.
No, that is a World Series champion.
Yes.
And he did not say anything negative about it.
I noticed he looked at it and he actually physically turned away.
Like, right. No, that was cool. That was cool.
I agree with Campy. Campy in the Chateau says Dusty should write a book on his relationship with Hank Aaron and others.
Yeah,
that'd be a great book.
Dude, Dusty's
I'm sure he's
seen
thought
it
of it.
all,
He probably
man.
just doesn't feel like it,
Think
but
about
that'd
that.
be awesome.
Think about all he's seen over the years, man.
Yeah,
You're
he
talking
managed
what?
Barry.
60 years of baseball?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hank Aaron was his mentor.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Think about that. That is amazing to hear that.
Mhm.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Love baseball, fellas.
Yeah.
I know you guys know.
Oh,
that,
I know
but-
that's your
like it, man. I played for that. There was a thing around here called the Junior Giants.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I
here.
think
Remember
they still
Junior
have 'em.
Giants? They may have.
Yeah.
And there was people kind of frowned upon it, but the first year it came around, a bunch of guys in Little League and stuff wanted to go play. And, my mom was like, nah, go play. It's summertime. But we frowned upon it because at that time, there was no live pitching. It came out of a
machine
pitching machine.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, I'm not doing that. I can't remember. I was probably 11, 12, something in that nature. And I remember signing up. One or two of the ordeals that a bonus that came with it, a perk, was you get to go to a Giants game, which I was like, I care less about that.
Yeah.
But second part of it was you had you would go on the field and play with some of the Giants and or the coaches. And Dusty being Dusty, man, I remember one of the things, and this is a true story. I think I was 12. Go out and Dusty's just walking around or whatever.
This have been Candlestick then? Or?
This was Candlestick.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Going out and the tall escalators going up the tall escalators and candlesticks.
Dangerous, yeah.
Those things were
the escalators.
They were steep,
to Asgard. Yeah,
right, exactly. I used to like that though. I was fond of that. But going out and I see Dusty, and I'm like, hey, Dusty, from Sacramento, play baseball, all this jazz, and he took easily, just like he did now. It felt like an hour.
Took time.
Probably was 5 minutes, but it felt like an hour. And he like, what can I do? And he's giving me pointers and tips, and I just remember walking away like, man, that's Dusty Baker.
Dusty Baker.
That's crazy, because coming from Sacramento, he was already a legend. Del Campo High. Right. And then to know he made it to the league, and then, as he said, a person of color, and then to also meet him. And as much as, I talk head about the Giants, the one thing I do respect is Dusty was a manager for the Giants. And that means a lot when you come from Sacramento. That's the pride, So I always respected Dusty Baker in the form of, man, this dude came from where I came from and had the opportunity to do something that I always wanted to do. And he did it at the highest level.
Yeah. I talked to him about it. He did a great job at a number of different places. With the Cubs, with the Reds, with the Nationals, with the Giants, but he never won it all. And that was one of the things people could go, So I was, as I told him, just so happy that he finally, at the end of his career, he got that one. That doesn't really mean anything, but it's just nice that that's one less thing that the critics could bring up.
Oh, without doubt.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Dusty goes in as a Hall of Famer coach, right?
I'd have to look at the numbers.
Yeah, let me look at the numbers here.
What do you think of this? Speaking of managers, Bruce Bochy's contract is up with the Rangers. He's been there 3 years.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Coming back?
Would you bring him back here if you're Buster Posey?
Don't they already have a manager?
They do. They do have a manager.
After one season, you get rid of Bobby?
Well, if you're, but it's Boch, and if you're Buster, like, that's my guy.
That is his guy. I think you got to.
I don't know. A lot of people think, Boch might be, what is he, 70-something? He's been around a while.
Right. So let me ask you this then. Just playing devil's advocate. That's what I do. Do you need to take the emotion out of it? It's a new game. Mm-hmm. It's a young kid's game now. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying Boch can't manage, but
he won a World Series with the Rangers.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're Posey, are you saying, or do you take the emotion out of it, or this guy still has it, still at the top of his game? He's exactly what we like. How much?
No, that's a great question.
Is that being his guy play into it?
Yeah, I don't know. Because, if you're Buster, you're probably thinking we're trying to build something. And I'm sure, Bob Melvin is a good manager. Right. But it's like, but it's Boch. But if it's Boch, it's not like he's going to be your manager for 10 years. He's just not going to be. So, I don't know.
Did the Giants underachieve this year?
No. I mean, especially after talking to Dusty, when Dusty says, sometimes you're just not as good as you think your team is.
And that's what I want.
Haven't I been saying that all season?
Yeah, you've been saying it all season.
Mm-hmm. So
maybe what do you think? You think they underachieved, overachieved, right where they're at?
I think they had the hot start, right? And then people were all on board. Then they struggled. They went out and got my boy from Boston.
They were actually doing really well when they got him.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Then they tanked. Then they came back up. I don't know who they are, Jay.
Average?
Average team.
If you're up and down, doesn't that mean you kind of average?
I think the problem with Bob Melvin, he saved his job when they went on that stretch in August. And he might have lost it with this last 2 week stretch.
I thought once they were back in contention that
all right, here they go.
Yeah, they're over the hurdle. They may not win anything, but everyone's going to be excited going into the offseason. But nope, they fall apart again. Yeah. The cool thing about baseball this time of year to me, Jay, is you got different things going on. The season's winding down for teams like the A's. You're getting your house in order. Guys are going for some numbers. You're just playing out the string. But then for the teams that are still playing for something, it's a level of intensity that nothing's quite like October baseball. There's just nothing like that.
Nah, that's a different level.
Yeah.
Different feel.
Yeah.
So we still got some things to be settled, too.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This last weekend here.
Yeah.
I was glad you wasn't here yesterday. Was it yesterday, day before? Because I agreed, but I didn't verbally say this because I think you were talking to someone else. But Whitey had brought up, and who was the guest we were talking to? You remember who we were
I'm
having
not
this
sure
conversation?
what you're talking
yeah,
about.
we were talking to someone. You were asking, who do you think right now is the leader of the pack to win the World Series?
He said my boys?
Said your boys.
We hot right now.
Yeah, or maybe it was crosstalk or something. I heard you talk about it. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
the one that said it.
Yes,
said,
that's what I said. Whitey said it.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Not Milwaukee?
If I had to pick.
You don't believe in Milwaukee?
I do, but the Phillies, there's something about them, and maybe it's just Schwarber. He's got that look, and Harper does sometimes too.
That's
and
a
they're
lot
like,
of-
they
yeah.
think they're going to win it.
Yeah. Not going to argue with you on that.
No, I think they're the leader of the pack. I truly do. I think if you're laying some apples and oranges on it, you're probably taking the Phillies right now. As much as I don't want to admit that.
No, and when I look at
Where's Jimmy Rollins when you need him?
right.
J-Roll.
I look at
Ryan
let's say,
Howard.
the American League. What do you think about the American League? Is anybody
I don't know.
really like they're going to be, Seattle? You buying in on Seattle? Detroit might not. We don't know about
really
the
good pitching.
Yeah.
Seattle can, and I think they have home field now. They clinched. Seattle's
home field?
scary. Seattle's really good. They're just a little streaky still.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't have the presence. They haven't been to the postseason.
That's true.
Yeah. It's all new.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be new for them.
This how long it's been since Seattle been to the postseason. I was working in Yakima, Washington, dude.
Really?
That's when
Last
they had,
time?
Yep. That was what, 2001?
I would say, is that 01? Yeah, 01, 02.
Is that where they won Ichiro and all them? Oh, yeah. I think A-Rod might have been on that, or he had just left.
I think
or
he
something
left.
Yeah,
I think he
exactly.
left.
Yeah, that's going way back.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back, wrap things up. We'll see who happens by here. Drive Guys, Sacramento Sports Car and Autograph Expo. We'll wrap it up next on Sacktown Sports.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Until 11/1, select models only.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Folsom Lake Dodge.
The weather's getting colder, but the deals are just heating up.
And during the Drive into Fall event at Folsom Lake Dodge, save over $6,500 net savings off MSRP on a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport. That's over 17% off.
And I've got 5 at this hot deal.
At Folsom Lake Dodge.
In the Folsom Auto Mall and online at folsomlakedodge.com.
Wrangler includes $44.85 dealer discount plus $2,000 in national retail bonus cash. VIN SE 658348. See dealer for details. Expires 9/25.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters.
Attention former and present inmates of women's prisons in California. If you are currently or were an inmate of Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla, also known as Chowchilla Women's Facility, Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, Institute for Women in Chino, or Folsom Women's Facility in Represa, and were a victim of sexual abuse, now is the time to come forward, as you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. If you were an inmate at any of these prisons at any time and were subjected to sexual abuse from staff members, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call our California Women's Prison Helpline now at 800-408-1240. The deadline to file a claim may be close. Call now to get the justice, closure, and the financial settlement you deserve. Even if it was long ago, call our law firm's Women's Prison Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240. 800-408-1240.
When shopping for a new car, what do you want? A great selection? A low monthly payment? More for your trade? At Northern California's best Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, you get it all. Model year-end savings are going on now. Drive away in your favorite Honda. It's savings you just can't say no to. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study, recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/SacktownSports1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Yeah, the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. One thing that I was supposed to mention earlier and I forgot, I just went over and talked to Bill North.
Oh, yeah, what you got?
Yeah, well, Bill North, when he came on, he's
his
very generous with his
foundation,
time.
yeah.
And there's one thing before we talked, he said, hey, can you mention my foundation? I said, sure. And I just, as we said it, I realized I had not mentioned it. So I went over and asked him. And he said, yeah, I just was thinking of that too. So
okay.
The North Legacy Project, it's for, they're advocates for special education. Kids who need, it's advocating for special needs families. The North Legacy Project.
Okay.
NorthLegacyProject.com if you have any interest in that. Again, that's Billy North. Yeah, nice to see you again. Yeah. And apologies again to Bill North. I'd forgotten to mention that. So there you go.
No, that's good. That's good you got him in.
And he's signing autographs now.
Right now.
As is Lloyd Mosby. Yeah, we didn't talk to Shaker. But yeah.
Lloyd Mosby jersey out there he's signing.
Yeah.
That Blue Jays blue is clean.
Yeah,
it's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What, is there a jersey, fellas? I know I'm hijacking it, but when I get around baseball, I lose it a little bit. Is there a jersey that you guys haven't been able to get in your hands that you would love to get? Just any time in history. Doesn't have to be baseball. Is there anything?
They're so expensive. I haven't really shopped for them, but if I could, if I had, I was like, I'm going to get a jersey. I might go for I'd probably go for a team that's not around, like the Expos or something.
Yeah, I got you.
Montreal Expos.
Voices of Lou Marquise Grissom or something.
Yeah. How about the old school Dikembe Mutombo Denver Nuggets?
That's nice.
Yeah, that's
nice.
One.
That's
How
nice.
about Vinny Testaverde Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey?
They wore those last week.
The creamsicles?
Last week they busted those out.
I feel like I saw those. Yeah.
Vinny Testaverde.
Every time they wear those, I look at them and I go, I see why they don't wear those anymore. Did you see Arizona, what they were wearing last night?
Yeah, what'd you think of those?
I almost liked them, but I don't like the.
I didn't like the little dots or whatever, the speckles,
sand speckles or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought it was close to being a good look.
I didn't like their end zone either. They had the
Arizona Rising Sun.
The sun. I didn't like that. I thought because to me that looks, and I know it's Arizona, but Arizona State uses that, I believe, for the Sun Devils. Like they use that. So I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Tonight, Jay, the Padres, I don't know if you've seen their City Connect, which are the mint and the pink and mint. This is the last night they're wearing them because they're getting new ones next year. They wear them at home on Fridays.
Okay.
Tonight's the last night they're wearing them. Yeah.
You interested?
That's
No.
a sweet look.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. It's one of those things like if Fernando Tatis Jr. wears it, wow, that looks sharp. But like when Matt Williams was the third base coach, like, ooh, that is not a good. that does not look good at all.
How about the Washington Bullets jerseys back in the day? Jeff Ruland and
with the stripes,
which
they kind of tried to bring back.
Yeah. Exactly. No, that would be cool.
That's interesting.
Virginia Squires, Dr. J jersey.
That's a nice.
I just, what jersey I just copped?
What?
A Zach LaVine Bulls jersey.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
I'm like, I support my guy, man.
You should,
Yeah,
man.
I just copped the black pinstripe one.
Oh, you got that one. Okay.
Yeah. And
okay.
one of my guys who hit me and said he had come across a few, they had some white and like beige looking one. I don't even know what type of City Connect or alternate jersey this is. So I just say, man, throw it in there. Just, let me know. He's like, dude, just give me $15 or something. So I just did it, and so we'll see. I'm gonna bring it in, this white version of it.
Did you ever get the Jake Moody jersey?
No, he gave it to Ethan. I think Ethan got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
for real?
Yeah, he gave sold it to him for 20. So he won. He won out.
Oh man.
Because it was gonna be free.
$20.
Man, I wouldn't
Jake
pay
Moody.
20 cents for a Jake Moody jersey.
Damn.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay 20 cents.
Super Bowl
Stop it.
kicker.
Don't even start. Don't
Super
even
Bowl
start.
kicker.
Don't even start.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Don't even start.
Participant.
That medication kicking in.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
even
right,
start,
you're right,
man.
you're right.
There's no way. If they would have won,
Then
maybe.
they're saying something.
Yes. Even if his struggles, because he would have been a part of that team, then I would have kept it.
Did you ever look
Or
up
won a guy.
it was in The Athletic, and it was Vic Tafur I told you about, Eddie Pinheiro in college
Yes,
kicking
I
an 81
did.
yarder?
I looked it up. Yes,
Yeah.
I looked it up
Kicked
when
an
we were doing
81
the
yarder.
Yeah.
What happened to his leg?
He's older.
He barely getting 51 now.
He says he's good from
God.
60.
He says that
good.
right now.
He says he's good from 60, which
All
in
right,
today's
I get
NFL, that's like,
that's
right?
the old 40.
Yeah.
Right.
Pitching wedge.
60 is the new 40.
What is it? How does it go in reverse? The higher the iron, the shorter the distance?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he's got like a 9 iron.
Yeah, 9
Yeah.
iron for the leg.
Pitching wedge.
Yeah.
He's money, though, huh? Oh, he's De Niro.
Missed
Pinheiro's De
the
Niro.
first one, what was it? Was that an extra point?
Yeah.
But ever since then, he's
And Whitey
settled in.
hits me with a text. I'm on the field.
Really?
Whitey, I'm like, and I already knew. I said, "Oh, that must mean he missed." He missed. I didn't even text Whitey back that night. That's why I'm not even texting
You're
Whitey.
like, here we go.
Because I already knew what it was.
Nah, he
I
been
go
solid.
home and I watch it. I'm like,
He's been solid.
already.
Yeah.
Right down the middle, a few of them.
Yeah.
Like right down Broadway.
Is there anything out here that you're looking for today, Jay?
Probably-
Today or this weekend?
I think the only thing today I'm a cop is a Terrence Long jersey. I'm in
Oh,
for
you
a
are?
Terrence
Okay.
Long jersey
Okay.
to buy. Nothing. If I can find something, I know this is super, super weird. I've been looking for something. Derek Hagan, who's former wide receiver for the Raiders and Dolphins, Arizona State.
Yeah.
That's one of my friends.
Oh,
And
I
it's hard to come by,
Okay.
come by stuff when it comes to him. Not so much as cars, but just stuff, like
Yeah.
even cars too. The other thing too, please remind me. You don't have to. I'm just talking. I got Jerry Reynolds' card too. I got to get an autograph.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
I got to bring that tomorrow. So that's about it for me.
Yeah. Jerry and I doing the show tomorrow morning, and I
You
know
coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna come
Oh,
out
shoot,
tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to Sac State, baby. With my boy.
You
My
really
guy.
coming to Sac State?
Oh, what you think?
All
I'm
right,
playing?
I'm just saying, bro. already made the connect, so we good.
I'll text Lim too then, since you want to do it like that.
I know, right?
We're going to Sac State game tomorrow. That's be my first one of the season.
Oh, all right.
I normally go to about two a season.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
This will be my first one all time. And they played Cal Poly.
You know, we got them out last year to a Sac State hoop game.
Went to a
Yeah.
basketball
I remember
game.
that.
Yeah.
I remember you guys went out there.
I'm pretty sure he's got floor seats at Sac State
Well,
this year.
they hit me up for season tickets.
The hoop team?
Like, because I was on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let me ask you guys this. And this is a serious question.
Draper discount?
I was going to
My
ask.
boy Mike Bibby can always
Yeah.
lace me.
Of course.
But I also want to support.
Understood.
So what should I do? Buy season tickets and just give them
Well, it
out
just
when I
kind of
can't
depends.
make
Yeah,
them
it
and
just
stuff?
depends. It depends. Yeah, you might need to, make a business decision.
Right. That's what I was wondering. But they aren't that expensive, though. A few $100.
Seriously?
Yeah, like $300-400
For the
something like
floors or in the?
that. I don't know.
Well, it's different. It's new this year.
Yeah,
so
it's
we
new.
won't be able to
Yeah,
see it.
that's
Huh?
okay.
What
Now,
you
you
want to
know
do?
we
I'll go
got-
half with you.
You want to buy?
I'll
we
go
should do
half
it.
with you. Seriously.
You buy one seat, I buy one, or
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's
Seriously.
do that.
$300?
Yeah, it was like
that's
$300-400.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on, man. We'll do it. We'll do it.
You know,
Whitey, if we give you some tickets, you'll go.
Yeah.
Take the white.
that way.
Yeah.
Okay. That boy.
She ain't coming out.
I will. I'm not going to say I'm going to. That's like I learned from Jay. When
Yeah.
Jay says I'm going to be there,
Yeah.
Jay is going to be
gonna be
there.
there, yeah,
He's
okay.
not like, oh, I'll try to swing by.
Yeah, no, just say I'll be there.
Yeah.
And if not, let me talk. Let me think about it.
Right. Okay. No, you serious? All right.
Seriously, let's figure it out. Yeah, let's
Because I wasn't sure. I was like, all right, I can hit Mike up for, the games I want to go to, but I also want to support.
How many games is it?
Oh, it's probably like 15 games, something like that.
What is your level
14,
of,
I think.
Your level of confidence in your team this weekend and your level of confidence in your team?
Football-wise?
Yeah. The Eagles playing Tampa Bay, and, of course, Jay's Niners taking on the Jaguars.
I'll answer this. I'm at a 6.5.
Okay.
My expectations are tempered right now because we've been playing. We beat Kansas City,
right?
Beat the Rams, beat the Cowboys, 3-0 with this schedule. If we end up 3-1 after this week, I'm not upset.
What do you mean with this schedule? Dallas is terrible and the Chiefs are terrible.
Don't go by the record because by that you would think the Colts are the best team in the league.
I'm glad you said that.
You can't do that. You can't do that, Jay.
I'm glad you said that because I had something pulled up for you real fast.
Are you saying the Chiefs are terrible?
What I'm saying is, this is from SF Niners.
Don't put that 4 and 5.
That's all I want to know, man. Opponent records for the 6-3-0 NFL teams.
Mm-hmm.
The two top teams, Eagles,
my team,
and the 49ers, who have been, they've been flambasted for the schedule they've had.
They have. Mainly by Kyle Drake.
By this guy.
Yeah.
Opponents, 4 and 5. Both of them have the same opponent record.
So are you putting
I'm just asking.
Seattle,
Yes.
Saints,
Yes.
and Arizona
Yes.
in the same category as Dallas,
Yes.
Kansas City,
Yes.
and the Rams?
Kansas City's 1-2. Seattle's 3-1.
The Rams better than all of them, no. Come on,
Rams
you
are
guys
only
are terrible, man. That's terrible.
4 and 5, Mr. Draper.
Talk to me at the end of the season.
Okay.
Once again,
That's a
Niners
fair
fans
point.
celebrating in September.
No. We're not celebrating. We're just bringing facts to the table.
3-0.
What concerns you the most about the Tampa Bay Bucks? The Heat?
Nope. I think it's a mental thing.
Oh, really?
I think it's more mental.
You won, now you got to get back.
Now you got to get back. That was arguably, not only did they lose in the playoffs that year, they lost to them during the regular season too, I believe. And so now it's a mental thing for the Eagles. All right, go ahead. Okay.
Man.
Jags win? Yeah, I know you a little,
Jags?
a little petrified.
Jags ain't winning.
Still got 49ers?
49ers, if they score 19 points, they got the win.
15-12, Niners win.
15-12? Hey, what was that, 4 field goals? Okay.
We'll be back with you Monday from Media Day, right, Drapes?
Yes.
Monday, Media Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when's the first game?
October
8th.
8th.
Man.
2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
Hope to see you out here at the Sacramento Sports Card and Autograph Expo. Thanks for listening to the Drive Guys. Back with you Monday on Sacktown Sports. Have a good weekend.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger,